If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Hey, what is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Utah Jazz fans? Sorry I'm running a minute late, but I wanted to go grab some Star Wars stuff because it is Star Wars night at the A&T Center, and I thought I had to get some Star Wars stuff here. I should have had a Star Wars person next to me, but I didn't even know it was Star Wars night. But I got a guest with me. We got
Lego Batman, here, man, here.
so yeah. What's going on? Going to be doing a little play-by-play tonight. A little live scoreboard, a little talk is the chat. Michelle Beadle, thank you for being here with me. Let me fix my Spurs here, and there we go. Have a fun night, and hopefully a Spurs win. Keep it going against the Jazz. I don't know. I have Lego Batman with me. I don't know. I just was grabbing a bunch of stuff, and Lego Batman came with me. I don't know. Whatever. He can sit behind Michelle Beadle. That's not exactly a bad thing. He's quite happy right there. Phil, what's up from the game? And Mars is at the game. What's going on? I don't know why. I really don't know why I grabbed Batman. Whatever. Star Wars night. I feel like I should have Darth Vader next to me now. You know what? And I'm gonna have Darth Vader next to me. Let's take a look and see if we can find something for him. Sorry, Michelle. It's Star Wars night. DeJounte Murray's out. Donovan Mitchell's out. I gotta think Jordan Clarkson might be starting. Just because he's killed the Spurs. Let's see if we can find a good Darth Vader picture. Where are you at, Darth? How's that one? That is not a transparent PNG. Gosh darn it. I wasn't obviously not ready for this. And he's holding his lightsaber in every picture, which means I'm gonna be getting poked by a lightsaber, which doesn't. Oh, I found a good one. I think I found a wiener. Oh, it's not a PNG. It's an HTML. I'm here, by the way. Let me make sure I'm not ignoring y'all in the chat. What's going on, Sarah? DeJounte probably out for 2 weeks. Playmaker Guido, Enki, Juan, Kenobi, Reach, thank you for stopping in. It's 8:30 where I am. Should have Natalie Port next to me. Yeah, Darth Vader's so iconic. I feel like that's a little more in theme, if you will. I'll stop with the ads. I think I found a good picture. All right, can I save that picture? All right, we got one now. We got a winner. All right, let me change this. Sorry, Michelle. Again, you're out just because. All right, he's on the desktop. All right, whoa, he's huge. That's what she said. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. For Star Wars night, oh, he's got to have a bigger head than that. All right. There we go. All righty. What's up? Yes, Sersky, Peter, Kalo, Jonathan, if I missed anybody. And yes, Darth Vader is looking fine. I didn't know it was Star Wars night, but knowing that it is, I got to have Darth Vader with me. I mean, come on. You got to do it. You got to do it. Oh, is that still Michelle? It's Michelle changed her out. Okay, that's Michelle Beadle in Darth Vader costume. There you go. Zachary. Kelvin, overhyped, man. Kelvin Johnson's been looking good. Clan the Spurs fan did a video on him today about how he was like, he's shooting the threes well. And I'm like, bro, where have you been? Somebody's not watching this TSR Sports San Antonio Spurs recaps. I've been talking about his three-point shooting for a month now. I did a video on it 2 weeks ago, and then ironically enough, I dropped it in my community notes, and he's been killing it from the three even more. And then the video came up with Clan. I'm like, Clan, you're out of touch with the Spurs. I wonder if he's not able to watch every game because of school. That would certainly do it. Veronica, what's going up? Definitely not putting Jar Jar up. Full-time Spurs fan, biggest step by what's going on. Troy, thank you for stopping in. Yeah. My favorite Star Wars character. I mean, I know he's a bad guy, but come on, he's got the most iconic lines in Star Wars.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, I am your father. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
The only line he doesn't have is "May the Force be with you," which is said by everybody. Derek White and Kellen Johnson and Doug McDermott, KBD, and Pirtle. So same lineup as last night. Who's starting for the Jazz? I assume it's Conley, Bogdanovich, O'Neal, Gobert, and is Jordan Clarkson starting in place of Donovan Mitchell? Jordan Clarkson ate up the Spurs last time they played. I would think he would get the starting nod. The last few minutes, he did become a good guy. Return of the Jedi. Good point. Uh, yes, that is my father. Go figure. Boba Fett. I know a lot of people are fans. Got him with me too. Got the old Boba Fett helmet. And I played Darth Vader for the Special Olympics one year, which is why I have the helmet. I don't have the costume anymore because it's obviously dusty. I haven't touched it in a long time. But, yeah, can't get my helmet straight. Anyway, and I don't know why I brought Lego Batman out. I just grabbed everything that was on the shelf and ran to my room, grabbed everything that was on the shelf and ran back in a panic. How many full-time Spurs fans? One right here. Now, Kalo, me too. What's going on? Have you seen the videos talking about how Jar Jar Binks was originally supposed to be the Sith Lord based on some evidence in the Phantom Menace? I thought those are very interesting takes, and I wonder if that was really the plan. But then because Jar Jar Binks was so disliked after the Phantom Menace, George Lucas just said, nope, I'm done with that. What's up, Troy? Thank you for stopping in. It kills. Yeah, let's get one of these up here. Go, Spurs, go! Jar Jar. Do y'all really like Jar Jar, or are you trolling? Because sometimes I can't tell with you guys. If you're just having fun with me or, you know. All right, I need to find one more thing to make this complete for our Darth Vader theme tonight. Nope. That could work. Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to find something else for the Darth Vader thing, because I usually have an animated GIF of the person that's with me. Joe Engels is starting tonight. I stand corrected. Jordan Clarkson is not in the starting lineup. It's Conley, Engels, O'Neal, Bogdanovich, and Gobert. Joe Engels getting the start. I kind of suspected it might be Joe. But, yeah. Let me fix my starting lineup and get my roster up for the Utah Jazz, which is great because, you know, the Spurs are really good at defending the three, so that's not a problem. Since speaking of that, KJ might get. They're really talking about Kelvin Johnson being in the three-point contest? Adam, what's up? Yes, Lonnie needs to play great tonight. Absolutely. Yes, Lonnie needs to kill it tonight. By the way, if you guys get the thumbs up train going and get us to 50 as soon as possible, would appreciate it. No spam in the chat. No spam in the chat. Don't self-promoting. That's not cool. You don't go to another channel and self-promote. Nor do you promote illegal activity, because that's exactly what you were doing there. Not to mention the fact those websites will give you a virus or malware or something else. Oh, gosh. We're not going to use that one. I'm trying to find a good GIF. But they're all so tiny. They're all so little. I can't find a Darth Vader GIF I like. Doug McDermott, Keita Bates, Diaco Pirtle, Kelvin Johnson, Derek White. Oh, so not prepared. Oh, that's a good one. I found one. Yes, we can use that. All right, my friends. I'm getting my act together. I'm sorry. That's right. You let them know, Zachary. This will be a live play-by-play, live reaction, obviously, live scoreboard. I still have a minute to get my gift right. I'm trying not to ignore you guys. Jacques Lindale has looked good. Woo! How can you not be happy with the job Jacques Lindale's been doing for the San Antonio Spurs this year? I mean, didn't look like he was going to get any playing time. Next thing you know, he's getting playing time and playing very well. All right, our guest, how you doing tonight? Ooh, not too good. All right. What's up, Ace? Thank you for stopping in. Anthony says the Spurs won 135-101. I would be shocked if the Spurs blew out this Utah Jazz team tonight. Anything's possible, but my friends, I don't see that happening. I think this should be a good game. Last time the Spurs, won by 2? Both teams without arguably their best players. Donovan Mitchell out with a back injury. DeJounte Murray going to be out probably for what, 8 more days. Jazz averaging 116 points per game. Spurs averaging about 112. Jazz shooting 40.477 from the floor. Spurs shooting .471. Jazz are first in rebounds. Spurs are 8th. Assists. Jazz are 20th, and the Spurs are first in the NBA. 28.6 assists per game. Team basketball, baby. Team basketball. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about practice. Yo, Jax Querty. Minecraft, I don't think that's my age demographic, Zachary. I think they missed me by a solid 30 years. Anything is possible, but I don't see a blowout. Singularity, the game, you say. The game? The game! Boop! Game, the players are on the court, and away we go. All right, Spurs fans. Darth, I feel so uncomfortable, so close to you. Move over a little bit. Let's move him over just a little bit. Come on. Over there just a little bit. I'll be shoulder to shoulder with you. Oh, that dark side rubbing up all on me. Yes, we're first in assists. Team basketball. Is Joe Ingles better than ISO Joe? Sir from the 6. Is it, hey, what's up, Sir Cardinal? I'm always going to think of Sir Cardinal. I thought I read it changed from 14 to 10. Is it 6 now? Because the NBA has been getting, Jazz win the tip-off. The NBA has been getting ravaged with these issues left and right, as has the NFL, and players are speaking out about it more and more. Not that that's going to make a difference, but maybe it will. Hopefully it's a week of just 2 negative and a turnover by the Jazz to start the game. Keldon Johnson bringing up the court. If you guys are basketball fans, make sure you check out Sir from the 6. Great dude, and covers more basketball than I ever possibly could. He covers pretty much everybody, whereas I'm just a one-team guy. Now the Spurs turn the ball over. Jazz on the run, and they're always on the run. Pull-up jumper is no good by Bogdanovic. But we're going to have a foul. Whew, all right. The time has changed. The Singularity, the Jazz are a good team, but you know what? We're on a roll right now. Let's not underestimate the San Antonio Spurs at home. They're on a 3-game winning streak, all blowouts. Yes, one of those blowouts was the Detroit Pistons playing a bunch of G League players and players on 10-day contracts. But they also blew out the Clippers and the Lakers in the last few games at the Staples Center. Bogdanovic's first free throw is no good. Oh, there we go, Zachary. Today the NBA announced that it is reducing the health and safety protocols queue period from 10 days to 6 days for VED players and coaches. Oh, snap. Oh, and Sir 6 is putting in their Sir from the Sir Cardinal. I didn't realize all that changed. All right. That makes sense. I mean, if they have the you-know-what, a week makes sense. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to talk about that because that divides people. Keldon running around like a madman right now. Out to Doug McDermott. 8 on the shot clock. Doug drives to the post. Almost loses it. Throws it up off the glass. And the Spurs are finally on the board. Doubling up on the Jazz. 2-1. Jazz, Jax, you know what happened in that game last night? I didn't realize this when I was watching it, and I don't think any of you mentioned it either. But the refs were down an official. They're supposed to have 3, and they only had 2 last night, and I think that contributed to so many whistles. At least that's what I read. KBD with the ball. KD at buckets Diop. We'll pass it out to Derek White. White with the pick and roll. Jakob Poeltl into the paint. Pull-up J is rejected by Mike Conley. No. All good, Sir Cardinal. Glad people are, you guys are enlightening me. I didn't realize all this stuff changed. Joe Ingles in the paint, throws it up, no good, and a whistle. And we are getting a repeat of the last Spurs game, a foul fest to start us off with 10.5 minutes to go in the first. I had a good day. Work was boring, as always. You should watch The Dark Side of the Ring. It's actually on those. I feel like I watched some of those. Joe Ingles at the line for deuce. Maybe because of what's happening with the, stuff, the 1-9, as I'll call it. First free throw is good. Maybe they didn't have an alternate there. I don't know. But from what I read, they had 2 referees last night, and they were blowing the whistles far too often for my liking. That free throw is no good. The ball don't lie. I don't like a lot of fouls. I just want to see the guys play basketball. I don't want to see them standing at the free throw line every 90 seconds or less, every 60 seconds. Keldon thinks about a 3, takes off into the paint, throws it up off the glass, and it's good. My man KJ been really playing well lately. RJ, they might be just going size to start KBD, and Lonnie's role this year has been a spark plug off the bench. A bad pass by Bogdanovich, but he does get the ball back and throws it in right in front of the hoop. And KBD's been a spot starter. He gives us more size. Lonnie 6'4", KBD 6'8", and has that crazy length. Don McDermott drives to the paint and throws up the layup. So I think it's more a size thing with Lonnie coming off the bench. Just to give it, I mean, because Keldon's 6'4", Keldon's what, 6'5", 6'6", Derek 6'4". Actually, this is a bigger lineup than what we're used to. Rudy Gobert in the paint, loses the ball, and the Jazz get the ball back. Bogdanovich with 4 on the clock, whips it out. 3-point attempt is going to be no good by Mike Conley. Spurs with the rebound, and now another whistle. Wow, I look like Zach Collins. He's just doing the same thing. Don McDermott was hooking Rudy Gobert. Yeah, that's probably foul. What's up, Ramdre? Yes, me and OGR Sports. I talked to OGR recently, and he's doing well. Will we ever stream again? Maybe in like a Giants roundtable, if that ever, whatever comes up with maybe like Bad Dog or Entertainer. Because I talked to Entertainer briefly. Well, I super chatted him, and he mentioned a couple of things and said he'd like to have me on the channel at some point in the offseason so we can just talk about how much the Giants suck. I mean, that's 6-all, 9 minutes to go. McDermott pull up 3 on the pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl, bounce off the front of the rim, no good. They start KBD at the 2, so Doug at what? That's what they said, but I got to think that KBD's the power forward, Doug's the small forward, and Kellen's that shooting guard based on height, but who the heck knows with the Spurs? That's a miss, Spurs ball. Let me focus on the game. Derek White into the paint. Tough layup is no good, but he's fouled and going to the line for 2. I think to not let him play it. There was a play last night, or a couple nights ago, with Embiid and Harrell. There was a foul that wasn't called and caused a scuffle. Refs can... Do I miss the 90s? I mean, my name is Rich Rao. It's on their about section. I'm openly open about what my first name is. It's Rich, or TSR Sports, or TSR. I mean, Zachary, I missed 90s basketball. My favorite decade for music and movies was the 80s. Derek White's first free throw was good. 7-6, Spurs up by 1. All right, RG. I don't know when Zach Collins is coming back. A part-time Spurs fan, the Giants are not decent. They're a train wreck. They're a disaster right now. Highest free throw percentage this month. Bryn Forbes, 96%. Derek White on that same list, right around 91%. Lonnie Walker, 92%. I didn't realize that's all Spurs. So we're hitting our free throws finally. I have never revealed my last name, Jonathan Youngblood, and don't plan on doing that. It's a need to know, and nobody needs to know. Jumper in the paint is good. I didn't see who shot that for the Jazz. It is 8-all, 8.5 minutes to go. Jakob Poeltl into KBD in the paint. KBD back to Jakob. Jakob with that runner he's been doing often where he just, 4 feet away, 6 feet away, 8 feet away. It's funny because all those shots are straight in line with the hoop, but yet the man can't hit a free throw with nobody around him. Bogdanovich drives, loses the ball. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it's off Bogdanovich's leg. It's going to be Spurs ball. 90s, Will. Definitely 90s. 90s all day. Yeah, Dylan, it's after Christmas. Where's Zach Collins? Junior Y, I don't like comparing current players to previous players. It's a different type of game. I want Josh Primo to be the next Josh Primo. If I see Kobe Bryant, like tendencies, great, but let's not compare Josh Primo to Kobe Bryant. Jakob Poeltl almost loses the ball, throws up a crazy hook shot, gets fouled by Rudy Gobert, which fortunately, the good news is Jakob Poeltl is going to the line. The bad news is Jakob Poeltl is going to the line. All right, Robinson can be my fake last name. Sure. Whew, that Washington football team looked bad last night. I turned on the Dallas game and it was... Wow. They missed the first one. Ooh, the Kerm laying it down. Any sus questions will be timed out without hesitation. That's fair. There you go. The Jazz are missing Donovan Mitchell. He missed them both. Conley drives to the hoop, gets it to Gobert, and Gobert will throw it down with two hands, and it's all tied at 10. What's up, Michael TV? Go Spurs, go is right. We got a good turnout here to start off the night. Let's get that thumbs up machine going. Can we get it up to 69? Just saying. KBD out in three-point land. Back to Jakob. Jakob will start to drive. Back out to Derek White. 7 on the shot clock. Derek with the pick and roll. Stops, pops for the 3, and the 3 is no good. Derek had been hitting his 3s much better lately. It is Star Wars night at the AT&T Center, just for reference. Why Darth Vader's here, because he should be here. Why not? Conley gets around KBD, throws it up, and it's an air ball caught by Rudy Gobert. Gobert dishes it out, and another air ball by Royce O'Neal, and another whistle. Kellen Johnson's going like, what did I do wrong? Man, they're calling a lot of whistles in this game. Not a fan, again, of all the whistles. Diakman training with Shaq, right? Wow, that was an extremely ticky-tack foul on Kelvin. A little bit of acting by Rudy Gobert. This is what I hate about today's NBA. It's like, boop, foul. It's such a... it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, may the force be with you as always. I hope it's not the same refs as last night, but it could be, Jesse. The current 15, that is a fact. People that ask for wrenches do not get wrenches. And as a matter of fact, if they ask me, usually I remember that, and it takes even longer. So if you're new to the channel, don't ask for a wrench. You're not going to get one by asking for one. I just randomly give them out to folks. I haven't given any out in a while because we have a lot of mods. So, I mean, and it's, just because you don't have a wrench or you're not blue or a channel member doesn't mean I don't appreciate you being here any more than the other person. I mean, everybody that's hanging out, yeah, that's awesome. Dude, Bobby, the refs, man, I don't like it. I don't, and yes, most of the fouls are going against the Spurs, but the little soft, ticky-tack, touchy fouls that we see so much that I thought were going away, the James Harden type fouls, definitely been seeing them a lot lately. Feels like the NBA is regressing. Oh, David, are you trolling with Star Trek Night? Yes, it is, Jeremiah. There you go. Sonim's car, did you hear about the 72 points and fouls between them? No. That's horrible. Roger 81. Bingo. Hey, we got a channel member at Ken's Better 565. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping in. Phil, I know you're in there too. Thank you for being a channel member. Kawan Kenobi, thank you. Appreciate that. Timeout right now. Spurs, I don't think are liking the fouls they're seeing, so they're discussing things. Darth Vader, what do you think about all these fouls right now? Yeah. That's how I feel. Thank you, Devin. Ghost, you know what? For the chat. Go Spurs, go! And to the Utah Jazz fans, thank you for being here and hanging out tonight. And Bilo 3158, welcome to TSR Sports. Thank you for being a channel member. DJ's out, health and safety protocol. Yes, yow. Appreciate you becoming a member with your little trophy. Last night, the Spurs became just the second team since 1976 with 12-plus players scoring 7-plus points. The 2018-19 Bucks were the other. What an odd stat. 12 players with 7-plus points. Good evening, Cassandra, Robert, hey, Ofa, and S. Hogan is exactly right. Houston Oilers, what's going on? Vader at a Spurs game. That'd be pretty cool. It's Jazz ball. Spurs, what, 4? The Jazz are already in the bonus. Yay. Rudy Gobert. Easy little jumper in the paint right at the rim. Ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. I gotta fix my chat. Live chat. There we go. Kelvin Johnson in the post right now. Pull up, put a kind of like a hook shot almost. A hook jumper, if you will. Ties it at 12-12. And who has checked in for the Jazz? Who's number 3? Who's number 3? Did ESPN bone me on the numbers again? Bogdanovich pull-up jumper is no good. Kelvin Johnson will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs halfway through the first quarter. 6 minutes remaining. Derek White will drop it off to Lonnie Walker, who's checked in for San Antonio, as has Devin Vassell. Walker pull-up mid-range is good. I need to make more short range. I don't think DJ's bad for the team, part-time Spurs fan. And Jacques Landale he'll probably get Trent Forrest. Who dat? I don't even know who that is. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. I'll execute order 66. That's a good one. Alrighty, Trent Forrest. I don't recognize. Jordan Clarkson is checked in for the Jags. Did the Spurs make a video for Rudy Gay? I don't know. That's an insult. Keldon does not look like Westbrook on the court. 2 free throws, by the way, for the Jazz. Jacques Landale's coming in. Oh, well, heated up here. Couple G's. Clark's, what's going on? Second free throw is good for Hassan Whiteside's at the line, by the way. Sorry. I feel like the score is behind me. It said they had 12, and he just made both free throws, didn't he? This NBA scoreboard, I swear, is always wrong. Jacques Landale back to Devin Vassell. Vassell pull-up jumper is good. Is it not 6? Is it 16-13? Alfred Gramito's on the Celtics? I did not know that. Did I miss a free throw being... did a free throw not go in? All right. They're saying 16-13 on the TV. If it changes, I'm going to be upset thinking that I was right, and I changed it. Jordan Clarkson takes it at Devin Vassell, throws up the jumper, and it's good. Nice, Zachary. I like it. Jacques Landale for 3. Boom! Stretch 5, baby. Stretch 5. Spurs 8 of 10 from the field. Jazz no slouch. 6 of 12. Jordan Clarkson left-handed layup in the paint is good. 19-17. He did miss the first free throw. I thought it went in. Looking at the TV, at the chat, and pay attention, Rich. Landale thinks about another 3. Back to Lonnie Walker. Walker launches a 3. That one's no good. And may the force to be with you gets the rebound. 19-17, 4:20 to go. Smoke him if you got him. Jordan Clarkson guarded by Trey Jones, who's checked in. Clarkson just did a number on the Spurs last time they played. He just pulls up for 3. Jordan Clarkson, no hesitation. Clyde, what's going on? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Fortunately, I know the feeling, but whenever I lose somebody, one thing that always helps me out is I remember they want me to move on and be happy. They want what's best for me. So I don't know if that'll help at all, but, best of luck with you. Jordan Clarkson guarded by Keldon now. Whip it across court to Royce O'Neal into the post to Hassan Whiteside. Whiteside gets all sorts of tied up with Jacques Landale, and that another foul? Yes, Dean, he can. T-Bone Sports, what's up? Yo, Two-Star, I gotta ask, do you still lose sleep over it? No. I can't wipe away the tears with the 5 trophies. No, I'm over that. Probably the worst. I mean, that sucked. For me, my worst championship defeat is when the Giants got obliterated by the Ravens back in 2001. The Kerry Collins on New York Giants against one of the greatest, the Ray Lewis-led Baltimore Ravens defense. Rudy Gay, former Spurs, checked in. But that one stung. The Spurs one stung a lot. The Giants one, just because they got decimated. Just they were never in the game. That one hurt. It just, I also feel like, well, it's better to get blown out than lose a close one. I'm like, yeah, but to get embarrassed doesn't feel good either. Lonnie Walker's runner in the paint is good. 22-21, Jazz up by 1. He could beat Cansborough. He could. Yes, Jordan Clarkson went to San Antonio High School, right? He grew up in Texas. Clarkson with the ball right now. Back to Hassan Whiteside. Whiteside throws it up over Jacques Landale, and the hook shot is good. 24-21, 3 minutes to go. Jazz up by 3. Trey Jones drops it off to Devin Vassell. Vassell back to Landale. Landale with a little give and go with Vassell. Vassell with the layup in the paint. Nice little give and go between Devin Vassell and Jacques Landale. We have a timeout. Good evening, Butterfly. No, they didn't have a chance, Jesse, and that's why it was 3 hours of depression. Sorry, it was 3 hours of just disappointment. That'd be a better word. I was 9 years old when 4th and 26 happened against my Packers. The 4th and 26. What was that? Who should the Spurs draft instead of Lucas Sandwich? I don't remember who was in that draft, but there was, I'm sure, a lot of players after him that they should have taken. We've been... What? Lone Star! What's the line? Let me get the Darth Vader helmet.
Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star!
And then...
I am your father's brother's former roommate.
So what's that make us?
Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become.
Alright, sorry. Do you think the Spurs will make the playoffs and the Lakers fall off? Judah? Carrero? I don't know what to say about the Lakers. I mean, they haven't been healthy. Just ask LeBron. He's been making a lot of excuses. And I agree they haven't been healthy, but don't give the media or sports analysis a reason to, troll you making excuses. Just keep that internal. I think the Lakers are going to turn it around at some point, but I don't think they're going to be a contender like everybody thought they would be once they got Russell Westbrook. No part-time Spurs fan. Not in 20 years. Water in here. That's the first thing. Number 2, don't ask stupid questions. I feel like we're doing good okay. The fouls are killing us. The fouls are killing us right now. Way too many fouls, way too many free throws for the Jazz. We had a pretty good crowd here. Can we get to 100 thumbs up? 100 of these before the first quarter's over? Can we get 100? Spurs fans, Jazz fans, Darth Vader fans? I don't know. Bengals, I did a video on that. There is talk about Becky Hammond possibly leaving. And the website I wish I used a different one because they talked about Tim Duncan taking over, which is ridiculous. Tim doesn't want it from what we know. But there are 4 or 5 different websites, Pounding the Rock included, reported that Becky has been drawing a lot of interest from 2 teams from the WNBA, so she could leave. And, the only thing that sucks about the video I put up is people have actually commented she shouldn't get the job because she's a woman. I'm like, really? Like, did you grow up in the 50s or something? Like, I don't care what gender is. If she's the best person for the job, then by all means take over. If the Spurs feel like she's got it, then great, take over. She's been here for 7 years. Turnaround jumper is no good by former Spur Rudy Gay. It's throwing me off with the hair growing out in the number 8. Still, I'm not used to that. A little give and go with Devasel and KBD. KBD with the jumper under the bucket. Gets fouled. Shot's no good. KBD to the line for 2. Thank you, Zachary. I see yogurt. I love Spaceballs. Don't get me started. Do you think we'd be alive for the next 2? I hope so. Do you think you'll be still a Spurs fan if you don't win? I don't know. KBD misses the free throw. I don't know, Roberto Saro. Lupe, what's going on? No, Rudy. Era, Spurs fan since 1990 here as well. He missed them both. Keita, no buckets D-up, misses both free throws with 2:15 to go. Come on, man. You got to make at least one. Wow. And Rudy Gobert gets around Jock Lindale and then gets fed and throws it down with 2 hands. Lindale's going to make errors. Lindale open for 3, takes the 3, and he missed the 3. Looks good, just a little off. He's not going to make all of them. 26-23, Jazz up by 3. Jordan Clarkson with the ball now for Utah. Gets it back to Gobert in the paint. Gobert kicks it out to Engels for 3. Oh, boy. 29-23. The Cubs 1, 2, 3, 4. Lonnie, he had a jumper. Haven't really seen too much out of him besides that. Our Spurs only have 23 points. Lonnie with the ball right now against Rudy Gobert. That's a good match. Takes the jumper, and that one's no good. Jock Lindale fights for the rebound, gets the rebound, gets it to KBD, and KBD can't hold on to the ball and turns it over. KBD not having the night he had against the Lakers. Just saying. Jazz ball. Clarkson open for three from the baseline, and that's off the rim. Lonnie Walker sprints after the rebound, taking it up the court. Lonnie to KBD. KBD with the layup, and hey, KBD, there you go. Are the Jazz favored by 7? Dang. You are all just... I see you have the ring, and your Schwartz is as big as mine. Let's see how well you handle it. I'm like goofing around while the Jazz had another 3. Mike Conley for 3. 7-point game, 50 seconds to go. I don't think anybody's in foul trouble. I hope not. Lonnie at the free throw line, guarded by Rudy Gobert. Drives at him, throws it up, and right around Rudy with the layup. Nice job by Lonnie Walker using his body. So Lonnie, to answer your questions, actually made a couple plays here, but using his body to shield, the former Defensive Player of the Year. Is that another foul on the Spurs? We're gonna have foul trouble pretty soon. The way the refs keep blowing the whistles. Jeez, how many free throws have the Jazz taken this quarter? Come on, man. We're an under 500 team. Help us out. Right. Rudy Gobert at the line for 2. First free throw is good. I feel like this is going to be the 10th free throw the Jazz have taken already. Bogdanovich and Engels look like the same person. You think so? Yeah, I can see that. Rudy's second free throw. Gobert, not Gay. Is good. Jazz up by 7. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Derek White will bring it up for San Antonio. Jazz have been in the bonus for 6 minutes and have definitely taken advantage of it. White back to Lonnie Walker. 10 on the shot clock. Lonnie looking for a pick and roll with Jacques Landale. No pick, no roll. Just pulls up for the jumper, and the jumper is no good. Clarkson will get the rebound, and the Jazz will hold for the last shot. 34-27. 10. Oh, all right, so it's actually fairly even. 10-6. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. Rudy Gay with the pull-up jumper. It's no good, and that'll end the first quarter, but the Jazz are up by 7. This Jazz team far better than the Pistons team the Spurs played last night. They're going to have to work for this one. Popovich for 3? Man, if they're putting Pop out on the floor, it's going to be a long night. Princess Vespa. Great. That's all we need. A Jewish princess. Barf! Not in here, pal. This is a Mercedes. That's such a great movie. Ray Calder Jester, we're at home. We're at home. Yes, he is, Era. Clarkson, was he 6th man of the year last year? I feel like he was. Great player off the bench. Just so much firepower. If players have really? I didn't realize there's a whole different, so it's 5 days for that. It's 6 days if it's just VAX, and then it's 10 days for everybody. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. Whatever. Sounds like DeJounte will be back in about a week. Or less. I hate yogurt, even with strawberries. Should I do the helmet voice? My helmet won't stay together. That sounds like something odd to say. Oh, the thingy came off. Oh, dang it. It's not sticking. Yeah, fix my helmet. All right. Let's get that, get that helmet on there. Actually, he doesn't have the helmet on when he says yogurt. I hate yogurt. That doesn't work. I don't think we're getting anything for Thaddeus Young at this point. A second-round pick at best. He's not playing. He's not happy. It could be a buyout, just like LaMarcus Aldridge from last year. We're talking about Spaceballs, Jonathan. Still waiting for Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. But yeah, there's a lot of Spaceballs chat in the chat. Prince Valiant, played by Jim J. Bullock, former Hollywood Square. I'll take Jim J. for the block. Young's not that old. He's young. Thaddeus Young. I mean, it's in his name. Yeah, I say no to buyout 2, but I agree with Jesse. I think it's going to be a buyout. Space Jam 2, I forgot that even came out. Highest assist percentage this season, the Warriors at 69. Spurs right behind him at 65.5. It is Spurs ball to start the second Q. Bryn Forbes in there for San Antonio, maybe to give him a little offensive firepower. Derek with the jumper off the glass, no good. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And the shots aren't going down like they did last night. Although 27 first quarter points is not bad. Joe Engels drives into the paint, throws up the left-handed layup, but we're now down by 9. And I don't like the direction this score is going between the two teams, as the Jazz are just slowly pulling away a little bit. KBD tries to throw it up off the glass, and it's no good. And it's Jazz ball looking to get to the first double-digit lead of the night. The Spurs are coming off a back-to-back, but most of their guys didn't play much last night. Rudy Gobert at the Euro step. You can't do that. That's Manu Ginobili's move. And he misses the layup. The ball don't lie. No Euro stepping in San Antonio. We trademarked that. We really didn't. Forbes to Jakob, back to Forbes. Forbes back to Jakob. Jakob with that little jumper in the paint, and it's no good, and nothing's going in for the Spurs right now. MBL? I have no idea. Joseph DeJounte will be back probably in a little bit less than a week, I would think. Nice, Joshua. That ending is great, by the way, with the Aliens reference. Devin Vassell drives to the paint, throws up a very high layup, no good, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with San Antonio, and the Spurs offense is struggling right now. Oh, boy. Fold them into a false sense of confidence. There you go. False sense of security. We are still not to 100 thumbs up. We're 5 away. 5. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, close the chat for a moment. It's right there. Give a little pokey. It'll turn blue. It's all good. Spurs versus refs. Hooligan almost feels like that. Jakob into the paint. Out to Devin Vassell. Wide open for a baseline 3. No good. Gosh, missing wide open shots. Keldon's checked back in for San Antonio. Joe Engels going to launch his own 3. In and out burger. Jakob with the rebound. Do we, Robert? Or do they? We, like I'm on the team. Derek White almost loses the ball. Back to Jakob. Jakob in the paint. Little jump hook is going to roll around and finally go in. Finally a bucket this quarter. Gilbert, I hope you're right. That'll be 4 in a row. This is only the Spurs' second winning streak of the season. 4 in a row earlier in the year, and now this 3 in a row that we're on. Alley-oop. Too much alley, not enough oop, and then Rudy Gobert sticks out of bounds, or are we going to get a foul on Jakob? Rudy Gobert with another acting job. Rudy in the paint right now, and Gobert with the shot off the glass. I think they called Jakob for a push, but he barely touched him. But again, this is 2021 NBA. You touch a player, it's a foul. Like even just a light touch. Keldon is in the paint, and now a foul down the other end on Rudy Gobert. Now he's complaining to the refs. The refs suck in this game. They're just calling too many fouls on both ends. Intro to Bon Jovi? I think so. Me too, Jesse. I think that's where I learned, yeah. Jakob Poeltl into Derek White. Spurs with 10 on the shot clock. Bryn Forbes open for 3 off the screen. And it is no good. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Right, Butterfly? Wake up! Joe Engels drives to the paint and just loses it out of bounds. He wanted the foul. He was going towards the hoop and it just rolled off his hand and right out of bounds. .906 to go in the third quarter. Jazz are not happy with the call. They just... like I said, refs suck on both ends of the court tonight. Not a fan. Spurs ball. Keldon will bring it up. Keldon starts to drive, gets into the paint. And back out to Devin Vassell. Vassell pull-up jumper right around the free throw line is no good. Man, Devin Vassell is it me or has he been struggling with shot a little bit lately? A little more cold than hot. 38-29. And going baseline with the reverse layup. No good. Jordan Clarkson. Both teams struggling now from the floor. Oh boy. Derek White, he'll drive into the post, spins around, all out of control, gets to Bianca. Bianca with a little jumper. That's no good. Jeez. They'll try to get to Hassan Whiteside, and the Jazz turn the ball over. Really ugly basketball in the second quarter. Bryn Forbes for three. No good. Rudy Gay with the rebound. This is hard to watch. This second quarter's been a disaster for both teams. Turnovers, bad shots. I feel like I'm watching the G League right now. Jordan Clarkson running around, and he turns the ball over. Spurs going fast break. Devin Vassell into the paint, and the layup. And the Jazz are going to call timeout. What a mess this quarter's been. Daniel Menez, what's going on? Good to see you. No, nothing like that, Vincius. I got the Jacques Landale merch, but not no vitamins. What's up, Kyle Cruz? Kyle, keep an eye on you. You'll be back to wrench status probably sooner than later, but I still got to just make sure it's really you, which more and more I'm thinking it is. You expected a turnover on the fast break. The Spurs have been running the fast break a little better. They struggled at the start of the season. This is what a weird game. The second quarter has just been very, very ugly for both teams so far. You two, Roland, have a nice day. Right? It felt like a college game. Spurs will take the lead in the third quarter. I hope that, just call me Kyle, don't say Kyle Cruz. Okay, I won't, Kyle. I hope the Spurs have the lead at the end of the fourth quarter. That would be ideal. 1 minute, no one could say. Yeah, it felt like longer than that thing, man. Thank you for being here, being a channel member. It's your boy Rico. I'm keeping an eye on you. 2 of 10. Jazz they could have RH, but the Jazz went ice cold in the second quarter. Yo, Christopher. To you. Me and Darth Vader chilling here. It's we got 200 thumbs up. Awesome. We got Star Wars night at the TNT Center, so Michelle Beadle dressed up as Darth Vader. She was here and then changed outfit. Mr. Beluga, what's going on? Exactly. I hope the Spurs have a lead at the end of the game. Kyle, did you watch my newest Giants video? You would actually like it. For anybody in the chat, by the way, I know there's football fans in the chat. I'm doing New York Giants content again, but it's not serious New York Giants content. I'm trolling the team. In my last video, which is on the front of the page, the front of the YouTube, the TSR Sports page, I troll pretty hard. The Joe Judge post-game interview. If you get a chance to watch it, let me know what you think, because I plan on doing more content like that. The Giants are so bad, I figured I might as well just laugh along with the season. So it's really content I think that'll make Giants fans laugh, Cowboys fans laugh, Eagles fans laugh, Washington football teams just laugh, just NFL fans in general. Primo plays? I don't know. Joe Judge does suck. He stinks! I hope the Rockets win, Kyle. I really do. I don't dislike the Lakers per se. I dislike what they tried to do this year by building the ultimate former All-Star team, and it's not working so far, and honestly, I'm glad it's not, because I don't want to see that trend continue in the NBA. I want to see teams build like the Milwaukee Bucks did, build something around Giannis, and not try to just get a cheap championship by just assembling a bunch of different parts. See the Lakers, see the Nets. Another turnover for the Jazz. Derek White will bring it up. Engels lost the ball, wanted a foul, didn't get it. White into the paint. He throws it up. It's in. And one. Foul on Jordan Clarkson. Carl, what's up? Go Spurs, go. They play tomorrow. I'll take a tamale. Then, yeah, I think so, because they're old as... There you go. Jesse, you just put it in the chat. I was about to say it. They're a bunch of dinosaurs. They're so old. They're the oldest team in the NBA, I believe. And there's something to be said about team chemistry. And he's a great player. But we have seen Russell Westbrook... he's never succeeded in the NBA. And you got to wonder, he's been bouncing around from team to team the last few years. That usually says something, doesn't it? White misses a free throw, though. Derek hadn't made like 32 or 33 in a row. I think he's like 3 for his last 5 or 4 for his last 6. which would be great for Jakob Pertl. I would love for Jakob to go 4 of 6 at the line every night. Jordan Clarkson drives into the paint, throws it high off the glass. It's no good. Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. And Derek White with the steal. Another turnover for the Jazz. Dunn McDermott gets it over to Bryn Forbes. Forbes. Pull-up jumper is... Oh, gosh. Yeah, Forbes got to come out. He's missing all those shots. It's not his night. Forbes is in there for offensive firepower when he's not firepowering. Hassan Whiteside with a jumper, no good, and he's fouled. Forbes missing all the shots. It's not his night. Westbrook gets a whack job. Wow. Yeah, Paul, yeah. Decent Spurs make out the third or fourth spot in the West, Gibless? No. Because of the hole we dug ourselves into, I don't see us being a top 4 team, especially since the top 3 teams are way ahead of us, aren't they, in the standings? Especially the Suns and Warriors. First free throw was good. For Bogdanovich. Yeah, him and Engels do look alike. I can see the confusion between the two. Can we make a top 8 seed? Yes, we can. Missed the second free throw. Jazz up by 6, 6:49 to go, 39-33. What's up, AB? Thank you for stopping in. Kellnan throws it up off the glass, no good. Jakob Pertl with the offensive putback, the best offensive rebounder in the NBA. Knock Jakob Pertl all you want. He gets second chance opportunities for the San Antonio Spurs. He's averaging, I think, 4.5 to 5 offensive boards a game for the Spurs this year. Clarkson off the pick and roll, open for 3, no good. And Keldon will grab the defensive board, 6:20 to go. Nate, good evening. And an offensive foul on the Spurs. Ooh, who was that on? On Jakob Pertl, as I just praised him, of course. I think Jakob is in foul trouble, so Jacques Landale coming back in for San Antonio. One thing the Spurs do usually when Jacques Landale's in the game is they score. I didn't see the call, Velo. Was it a moving screen? Something that Drew Eubanks unfortunately does far too often. Trey Jones is checked back in for San Antonio as well. Derek White out. Solani, Keldon, Jacques, Trey, and Doug. And a drive to the paint by Bogdanovich on a high layup, and it's good, and Pop's calling a timeout. Jakob Pertl has 3. Dang it. I hope you're right, Arts and Crafts by Dion. 6 minutes to go in the second. It's a 6-point game, and Zach Collins, I can't see him right now. Did anybody notice, is Zach Collins even dressed to play, or is he still in street clothes? And Mr. Beluga just asked about him, too. Wow, it's like... But is Zach Collins good to go, or are we still waiting on him? He is allergic to donkey sometimes. Where's Cake Cock is back. You know what? I like Devontae from what I've watched. He's been incredible in the G League. But what I saw in Devontae last night against other G League type players, yes, it was garbage time. He did not impress me with his performance. Not just a small sample size. Hopefully I'm wrong. But there's a vast difference between dominating the G League and then doing something in the NBA. A perfect example is a former San Antonio Spur in Luka Samanic. Was great in the G League last year. Didn't really give us much when he was with the San Antonio Spurs. Gets cut by the Spurs this season. Has been lighting it up until he got hurt. I believe he's hurt in the G League for the Knicks. It doesn't matter. You could score 30, 40 points per game in the G League. If they call you up and you don't have it, and you just show us nothing against NBA players, it doesn't matter. It's good that players are developing in the G League. It's a great place to, take those rough edges and chip them away and kind of own your game. But just because you're successful there, unfortunately, is not going to automatically lead to NBA success. Is Pop going crazy? I didn't even notice. He's cleared for team, but not for contact. I don't see Ben Simmons coming here because I think the Sixers still want too much for him. I don't really want him. I think Zach will play in New Year's or after. Yeah, I was thinking All-Star break probably too. He hasn't played in a while. He's coming back from a serious surgery and injury. I don't want to rush him back. I did see that at your boy Rico. I did notice. I saw that today when I was looking at, because I look at the Spurs stats religiously, not just being a Spurs channel, but I like stats. It's just my thing. And I noticed everybody was a plus for the Spurs. Some plus ones on there off the bench. I think Haycock and Joe Mama were like a plus one. But there was one negative on the team. It was Drew Eubanks at a -4. I actually felt bad. I mean, check this out. 24.3, 25.6, 23.2, 23.4, 29.8, 27.6, 25.0. Those are David Robinson's points per game from his rookie season till the season right before he got injured and only played 6 games. And then that year he averaged 17.7 points per game. Booyah. Anyway, Spurs ball. KJ thinks about a 3, pulls it down, drives into the paint. His runner is an air ball. Bogdanovich sprints up the court with the ball, guarded by Trey Jones. Huge size mismatch. He'll get it out to Trent Forrest. Forrest back to Bogdanovich. And they'll go around the world to find Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson guarded by Doug McDermott. Oh, my Lanta, that's a mismatch. Clarkson drives. Doug defending him well. Pull-up jumper is good. I mean, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Vincent, what's up from Colombia? 3 Beards, do we lead the league in scoring now? Probably after the last 3 blowouts they've had. Trey Jones into Jacques Landale. Landale double teamed and gets stripped, but the ball's going to go out of play. I think that's off Royce O'Neal. Spurs ball at 9 seconds to go. Yes, he is, Velo. Clarkson played us extremely well in the, what did we win, 128 to 126 game? McDermott, quick pull-up jumper off the inbound pass. No good. Jordan Clarkson with the rebound. Jazz up by 8, looking to get it to a double-digit lead. The Spurs have not looked good offensively this game. And Clarkson almost turns the ball over. It's off Jacques Landale, and it'll stay with the Jazz. 14 on the shot clock. Yes, he is gibless. DeMar's got to. He's just asked to be a scorer, which is what he is. Kind of played out of his, I think, natural role with the Spurs. Clarkson with the ball again. Out to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal's going to drive into the paint, throws it up, and an alley-oop dunk to Hassan Whiteside. That's a 10-point lead for the Jazz. The Spurs offense looks really flat tonight. Kelvin into the paint, goes by everybody, throws it up. No good, no foul, no way. Jazz on the run. Bogdanovich for 3. Timeout, Pop. Yeah, Zupin, yes. DeMar greater than Westbrook at this point. Dagger? What? You know what? Some of y'all gave up on the Spurs was it like a week or so ago, and they came back and won the game. Don't be a fair weather fan. Right, Steven? WTF. No, Primo's not coming in. Primo's not coming in. Don't give up on the team. It's the second quarter. Oh, my goodness. Man, I was still watching that New York Giants game Sunday until the 4th quarter, and we never had a chance. No, definitely not the Pistons, Jesse. Not the Pistons at all. I don't want Ben Simmons. We had a locker room headache with number 2. I don't want to do that. There you go. What's up, Andrew? I'm not giving up on the team yet. Now, if we're down by 13 to the Jazz with 1 minute left, I'd be like, all right, the game's over. Definitely not. Andrew, I'd be doing a lot better if my team was winning. But it is what it is. This is how I feel right now. It's a lot of part-time Spurs fans. That's how I feel right now. Spurs ball. Calvin to Doug McDermott, 8 on the shot clock. Doug looking to get it to Jacques Landale. Landale in the post versus Hassan Whiteside, and it's stolen easily by Royce O'Neal, and he takes it down for 2 hands as he was trying to feed Lonnie Walker, and the Spurs offense looks discombobulated. So for all the Spurs fans that last night were saying, ooh, we don't need DeJounte Murray, look how great the Spurs are playing. Yeah, they're doing that against G League players and 10-day contract players. We need DeJounte Murray, and we're seeing it tonight. We definitely need this. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. The offense has no direction. I won't actually call the cat comment that day. I took a screenshot of my comment, seeing we'd come back and went, yes, Carlos.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Jacques Landale for 3, no good. It's Star Wars night in San Antonio, so I felt this was appropriate. Carlos, how you doing? The great Carlos Jeter. Royce O'Neal fakes a three, takes off into the paint, a little sort of Euro step, throws it up, no good, gets his own miss. The ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Jazz, and Spurs are just flat. Robert, I tried shooting that down left and right last night. Bogdanovich for three, no good. When I saw that, I'm like, we're playing the Pistons who don't have their roster. And that's hard to believe that people were saying that after the Spurs had just destroyed the Clippers and the Lakers in LA with Murray helping contribute to that. Lonnie Walker for three, no good. Nobody can shoot tonight for the Spurs. Get me in there. Get TSR out there, Pop. Down by 15, only 35 points. Clarkson is the paint, throws it up, no good, wants the foul, not going to get it. Spurs got a 5-on-4, and Jazz realized that and foul Kelvin. We would be down by 50 if we had Murray. Okay. I'm sure his 19 points, 8.5 boards, and 8.5 assists, you take all that away, the Spurs are going to be a much better team. All right, Spurs ball. Come on, let's get a run here at the end of the second quarter. Spurs fans are getting very negative on the team. I don't like it. DeJounte Murray, you got DeJounte Murray in my head now. Derek White with the jumper, no good. The whole offense looks really rough tonight so far. We luckily have a whole half left. Royce O'Neal for three, no good. Demisel with the rebound, and now another whistle. Yes, he did, Ruben. Yes, he did. Daniel, I think they can make the play-in tournament. The way they played against the Lakers and the Clippers, they can be a top 8 team. The way they're playing right now, they're not going to make the play-in. And that's obviously the biggest frustrating thing we've had as Spurs fans this season and the last. Josh Primo's coming in! Pop's like, screw it! Got to try something, throw it at the wall. McDermott with 3 fouls. I didn't realize he's been McDormand tonight, unfortunately. He's having a rough night. But Josh Primo in the game. But the Spurs have been very inconsistent this season, last season, and the season before. And a whistle, and that's going to go against the Lakers. Yes, Primo's in the game. I believe DeJounte only had 9 points against the Lakers, but I think he also had 12 or 13 assists with 0 turnovers, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. I'm going to defend DeJounte Murray. I'm going to defend every Spur. I mean, even when Derek White was bad, I was like, maybe he should go to the bench, but I always hope every player turns their season around, and hopefully we turn this game around. Landale spins around into the paint, throws up the hook shot. No good! Beautiful move by Jacques Landale, but nothing's going in for the Spurs. It's like these rims don't like our Spurs tonight. Bogdanovich pulls up for 3. No good. And a fight for the board. And finally a whistle. The Spurs wanted to be on Rudy Gobert, and it is. He's going nuts thinking, what did I do? What happened to the score? Beyonce. To the left. I don't know. That's the only one I know. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to troll him in the chat, but I'm going to defend every San Antonio Spur. Even if they're, Drew Eubanks, yes, he's not as good as our other 2 centers, but I still like Drew and hope he proves all of us wrong. I hope every Spur punches in the face that's on this team that gets criticized and says, no, I can ball. Kelvin's at the line for 2. Even when I doubt them, I love being wrong. I said, Derek, maybe you should go to the bench at some point if he keeps playing like he has. He came out of the slum. Punched old TSR in the noggin. DeJounte's out, health and safety protocol, Will. He'll be out for, I guess, 4 more games-ish? 3 or 4? I don't know. Yes, Steven, come on, Spurs. Wake up. Why did they catch him on the table? Plus, some of my subscribers are at this game. I want them to see the Spurs win. Dang it. Yes, Cersei, I hope not. Spurs are in the bonus. And now another whistle. Mike Conley gets fouled. I would love a comeback in the third. Where's Avery Johnson? He's definitely not playing tonight. You bet on the Spurs, Steven? Ooh. Spurs coming off a back-to-back. No DeJounte. That's risky. Hopefully it's a good payoff. And hopefully, did you get any points with that? Conley just pulls up for three. Brick City. Rudy Gay has the ball knocked out of his hand, and that's going to go to the Jazz. Forrest is on the wrong side. Yes, Chop Suey, Anthony. You got it. Is that where Avery is, Velo? I have no idea where Avery Johnson is these days. Jazz ball 12 on the shot clock. And they on the inbound pass, they get it to Bogdanovich, and he'll throw up the layups back to 15. Spurs need to close out the game. Sorry, close out the half strong. Get this lead down to 10. Keldon for three. That was short. Very short. The three down the other end is no good. And Damaso will bring it up for San Antonio. Minute 11 to go. Bogdanovich missed that three. Somebody needs to step up for San Antonio. Devin into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's finally going to roll in. Maybe Devin Vassell can take over the game. Wow, James, that's harsh. You really think we're going to lose the Pistons, who are one of the worst teams in the NBA? That's got to be a Jazz fan. No way a Spurs fan is saying that. But thank you for being here, Utah Jazz fans. And now another whistle. Second gear is right. S. Second S. Jacques is he on the bench? Are the Spurs going small? I didn't even realize. Yeah, we got a small lineup. Pop tinkering with the lineup, trying to find anything that works right now as we're down 13 with 48 seconds to go. First free throw is good for Royce O'Neal. Oh, all right, that's okay. There's a full half of basketball left, and I'm not giving up on my team. Not giving up. If we're down 14 at the end of the fourth quarter, well, then I'll know we're not coming back. Second free throw is no good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Daniel. No way a Spurs fan says that. Well, it's fine. Jazz fans, control us. I mean, they have so many banners. Derek White drives to the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. I was rooting for the Jazz, by the way, when you guys played the Bulls both times. You let me down both times. Yes, Jordan pushed off, but it was a little push off. There is 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mike Conley just dribbling away on three-point land, starts to take off, drives to the paint. White tries to take a charge, no whistle. Jazz go around the world. Three-pointer by Rudy Gay, an air ball. And shot clock violation. Yeah, I just throw that out there, Will. Hey, it's Kay. What's up? Thank you for being a channel member. I mean, look, no disrespect to the Utah Jazz or their fans, but in all seriousness, when I have a fan of one team come in and troll the Spurs and their team's never won a championship, I know the Spurs are down right now. They're in their first rebuild and really in their history. That's pretty darn good. White gets in the paint, throws up the layup. All right, 0.2 seconds left. We got it to 10 points. That's what I asked for, Spurs fans. Get it to 10 points going into the half. Yes, Rudy, old Chuck and Rudy. You guys remember Chuck and Rudy with the Spurs? Who wasn't always Chuck and Rudy? Or was he? I don't know. All right. A little momentum going into the half. A little momentum. Let's keep it going. Channel your inner dark side for the second half. Dilly dilly to the Spurs fans that don't give up on our Spurs. All right, let's look at the box score for both teams. Primo the plus minus master. What Primo, does he have a plus in the little bit he played? He didn't score. At a freaking joke, if a Jazz fan tries to troll the Spurs. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, I try not to talk smack against other teams. Like I know I'm trolling a little bit right now because of some comments in the chat, but overall it's like, every team has their ups and downs. I'm a Giants fan. I can't troll any NFL team. But technically I could. The Giants have 4 Super Bowls, and there's a lot of teams that haven't even won one yet. All right, to the stats. Bogdanovich with 11, O'Neal with 3, Gobert with 8, on his way to a double-double. He also has 7 rebounds. Engels with 6, Conley with 7, off the bench. No surprise, Clarkson with 9, Forrest with 0, Whiteside with 9, and Gay 0.
If you only knew the power of the white side.
The Hassan Whiteside, that is. For our Spurs, whoop, sorry, sticking the remote all in your face like that. Yeah, Charles Barkley has made some comments about San Antonio women. Do the Jazz really have the best winning record in NBA history? Do they? I guarantee you they would give that up for one championship. Just for one. For our Spurs, Keldon Johnson with 6, having a rough night so far from the floor though. 2 of 6, Doug McDermott 4, Jakob Poeltl 6, KBD with the deuce, Derek White with 8. So the starting lineup been struggling a little bit. Jakob Poeltl, actually the Spurs have some foul trouble in the starting lineup. Dougie McBuckets and Jakob Poeltl both have 3 fouls. Off the bench, Lonnie Walker with 6, Devin Vassell with 8, Trey Jones with a donut, Bryn Forbes with a donut, Josh Primo with a donut, Jacques Landale with 3. And wow, check these stats out. You guys some of you like the plus minus stuff. Looking at the team, Keldon and Doug -4, Jakob Poeltl +4, KBD -5, Derek White +7. So kind of hit and miss with the starters. The bench, Lonnie -20, Trey -17, Jacques -17. Devin with the -2. Bryn Forbes actually has a +3, and Josh Primo with a +5. 3 guys on our bench, Lonnie, Trey Jones, and Jacques Landale, all -17 or worse. Jeez, good grief. Hey, Rich, the 10-point deficit going to the half looks manageable. It is manageable. Emma, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. We can come back. Don't give up on the team. Now, if we're down by 10 with 5 seconds to go, it's over. Wow, what a low-scoring second quarter. The Jazz scored 19. The Spurs scored 16. Ugh, that's just ugly. Spurs going to win the game. Guaranteed. Terrible. Okay, it's the crazy gymnastic halftime show that San Antonio's been running. My favorite. Man, that I didn't realize that plus minus on Jacques Landale and Trey Jones was and Lonnie was that abysmal. Need an NBA. So the last one was it 25 years ago, Roman? Dang. Good morning, Jay. Thank you for stopping in. King James, LeBron James. I don't want LeBron James on the Spurs. That being said, if for some crazy reason he was to join us, I would root for him because he'd be wearing a Spurs uniform. And let's be transparent, my viewership would immediately triple with LeBron James being here. And that's not a knock to anybody in the chat. A lot of people are player fans, not team fans, so to speak. And he's got a huge fan base, especially outside the United States. And yeah, I think the Spurs viewerships, we'd see the streams easily. I don't know how many people we have right now. I have no idea. When we were at 72, we'd probably have 1,000. Actually, probably would 5 times what I have right now. I don't remember that. 96. Can you get? Yeah, you can get a halftime go Spurs go. Go Spurs go! Westbrook. I do not want Russell Westbrook. I'd rather have Rick James. Nice. Please tell me Greg didn't Murray tonight, because if he did, you need to... Murray's out because of health and safety protocol, James. That's not up to the Spurs. He can't play. The NBA's rules. I think my Jazz could have won a championship in the 80s if that Jazz generation did not give up the 1979 first-round pick, which ended up being Magic Johnson. Oh. Cowboy X Factor, what's going on? Cowboy X Factor on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy were you to see Ron Jambo and Ricky Lombardo back on the channel? Just out of curiosity. 1 to 10. Ruben goes for his go all day. LeBron for most he liked Pop. Oh, I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah, Russell Westbrook makes $44 million. The Lakers gave up way too much for him, and I think it's going to end up hurting their season. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, the Lakers can just trade Westbrook. Who wants him in that $44 million contract at this point? I think he's leading the NBA in turnovers. We just watched him go for a dunk at a crucial moment at the end of the game where LeBron James was open. He needed a three to tie against the Nets, and the rim blocked him. I mean, I can't believe when I'm watching this Spurs halftime show is not for me. Any international players in draft force pursuing for San Antonio? Don't know yet. LeBron retired in LA and he's done. I felt like a 10 of seeing them return as I think they would be a great halftime show. Exactly. Nobody wants Westbrook. Do you think LeBron will retire after this year? Or do you think he's going to play? I mean, no disrespect, Carlos, but LeBron will go wherever he has his best opportunity to win. We've seen it. He left Cleveland to go to Miami, and then he left Cleveland again to go to LA. If there's an opportunity somewhere else, I wouldn't be shocked if LeBron would move again. Could he finish his career in Cleveland? Cleveland's playing well now. Could he say, you know what, I want to finish what I started and go back to Cleveland for 2 years? Which actually would be cool to, just wrap up his career in Cleveland. Yes, he did miss a dunk. And yes, very overpaid at this point. The little dog stuff is a little out there, Joshua. Kyrie would not fit with the Spurs, Dean. He is not VAX'd, and the entire Spurs organization is, and they're very vocal about support of that, and Kyrie's very vocal about not being into that, so that would not work. That's oil and water, not going to work. Plus, I think he's going to be playing for... is he coming back to the Nets on a limited capacity? The Lakers will go through some lean years for the next favors. Everything they give up, yes. No, you're right, Paul. At some point, the Lakers are going to hit rock bottom. They gave up a lot for Anthony Davis and Westbrook, Brook, whatever. And at some point, that's going to... They're in win-now mode, which worked the previous season. They won a title. But when you give up so many future assets, same thing with the Nets. Didn't the Nets give up a whole bunch of stuff for James Harden to head over there? This halftime show. The Nets have to win in the next couple of years, or they're going to be hitting rock bottom. It's cyclical. It's the way it happens. True. I guess, Josh. We do it. Well, it's Star Wars night in San Antonio, why I don't get this halftime show. This dude doing gymnastics with a chihuahua running around that just jumped into the boombox. I really would have expected more of a Star Wars theme, but we didn't get it. No, LeBron's not joining the Spurs. No. LeBron goes to the was planning on retiring there. No chance I'm going. Is that what he said? He plans on retiring there? No, LeBron's not coming to San Antonio. We're a small market. He's not going to want to come here. Don't want him at this point. He's 38 this month? I mean, he's still obviously a great player, but no. Forbes is I'll say this about Bryn Forbes. I like Bryn Forbes. Better off not here, not in our future plans. His minutes are so sporadic, the games he plays. He's on, he's off, he's on, he's off. I just rather him go somewhere where he's going to get consistent minutes and playing time and consistent games, and it's just not going to be here. Plus, yes, Ruben, that is a possibility. Yes, Kyrie is coming back. But yes, I think LeBron wants to play with Bronny, wherever he goes. He's been Cowboy X Factor. He's been scoring at a very high clip. I believe he's been scoring the most points out of all the NBA over like the last week and a half or something. The problem is LeBron's closer to 40 than 30. He's got a lot of mileage on his legs. You can't be asking LeBron to do this much offensively at this, throughout the whole season. If you're asking LeBron to carry the Lakers to the playoffs and then go on an intense playoff run against the Suns and the Warriors, etc., he's not going to have anything in the gas tank. I mean, we saw it against our team. LeBron is not really playing much defense anymore because he's expending all his energy on offense. And KBD scored 30 points. And no disrespect to KBD, but he was just, he was getting loose, running back door, running the baseline. And LeBron just, I mean, he's not going to give 100% on offense and defense. He can't. Not at his age anymore. It's just a fact. He's not going to be an elite shutdown defensive player. But you need him offensively. Anyway, that's not about LeBron. Maria, it's Star Wars Day at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, so we got Darth Vader here. It seemed to make sense. Westbrook and LeBron should alternate days played. Huh, interesting. Spurs will draft Bronny. I agree, Kyle. I agree. Spurs, Andrew. I mean, we were down by 15, so down by 10 is not terrible. Definitely, the Spurs were not shooting well, and the bench, who really has been carrying us, well, not carrying us, but playing very, very well, really didn't give us much today. You had Lonnie Walker minus 17, Jacques Lindell minus 17 as well, and then Trey Jones, I think, was minus 20 or some kind of combination of those three between those three players. They did not give us much defensively or offensively. Devasel's a two-time. Now, I didn't see that, Bobby February, but I know he had that the steal and that breakaway dunk, so that I got to assume that was top 5. Star Wars Day is when you celebrate Star Wars. SGA, is anyone your favorite players, G-Money? LeBron got posterized by Claxton. Oh, I did see that. I don't know who's going to take over if Becky leaves Commando Ninja. I have no idea. I thought it was pretty much a lock that Becky Hammon's going to be the next Spurs coach, but if she leaves, goes back to the WNBA, which would be within the next 2 weeks or so, I don't know what the Spurs do from there. No, the Spurs wouldn't want Paul in an advanced stage. I agree. Too close to 40. Kevin Vassell. You probably got spelled corrected. Devin Vassell. Manu head coach? Yes, Joshua. I still have my Millennium Falcon, and it's full of Star Wars figures. So yes, I still have my Star Wars toys. You know what? I'm gonna go get my Star Wars toys. Y'all hold down the fort for like a minute. I'll be right back. I mean, we're at halftime. Why not, right? Let me grab the old Millennium Falcon for y'all. I'm coming back to those just joining in. I'm walking towards my laptop right now. Somebody asked if I had my Star Wars toys, and I had to prove, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. All right, I think we're about right there. All right, move the Darth Vader head. I don't know how this is gonna. There we go. That's the original one from like 1980 something. Pew 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 pew. And then, unfortunately, I lost one of the stickers. I got vacuumed up in the cockpit or in the secret. Got all my dudes in there. There's dead Darth. There's dead Darth Vader. There's you, like when you're human. Hi, me. Woo, what's going on? Anyway, got an Ewok. I don't know. I think Darth Vader's in here somewhere, but I can't really. Oh, there he is. There he is. The old school Darth Vader toy with the fortunate little part of the lightsaber broke where he pushed his arm and then his. I can't put this down. His lightsaber popped out. Pew, pew. There we go. So cheesy. I can't. You're probably like, there's a 44-year-old guy playing with toys on his live stream right now. Yes, there is. There's one version of Luke Skywalker. Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. I'm glad I didn't get rid of these. Somebody mentioned Boba Fett. Boba Fett! All right, the game's coming back. Let me put the toys away. Yoda's in there somewhere, and more Luke Skywalkers, and more Darth Vaders. And... All right. Forgot to put Anakin back. All right. Did I just miss a score? Doug McDermott with first 3. All right, back to the game. Jazz ball. Spurs down by 7. Single digits. Bogdanovich. Cross court to Conley. Conley baseline three. In and out burger. KBD with the rebound. Here come the Spurs trying to make the comeback. Derek out to Doug. Doug starts to drive. And he lost the dribble. That's turnover. Not what we're looking for, Doug McDermott. Not what we're looking for. Royce O'Neal wide open for three. No good. Fight for the board. And finally, Keldon rips it out of the hands of Rudy Gobert. Nice fight, Keldon. Hulk mode. The toy review. Jakob in the paint misses the layup. Come on, guys. It should be a 5-point game right now. Conley, nice crossover, and Derek White throws it high off the glass. No good. And Jakob accidentally punches it out of play. It'll stay with the Jazz. Wait, is Isaiah Thomas already gone from the Lakers? Oh, no. Loveface is back. Good old Loveface. Thomas already gone? Conley guarded by White again. Pick and roll with Gobert. The pull-up jumper off the glass is good. Spurs got to take advantage. When they got easy shots in the paint, they got to make them. They miss way too many easy shots. McDermott on the screen. Back to Derek White. White off into the paint and loses the ball. Another turnover for the Spurs. Bogdanovich launches a three. Back rim no good. Jakob Poeltl with the board. We'll get it to Keldon Johnson. Johnson brings up the court for the Spurs. Back to Derek White. White with the pick and roll. And he'll get it back out to Keldon. 12 on the shot clock. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Keldon calling for a pick and roll with Jakob. Keldon pull-up jumper is, ooh, that was ugly. A short mid-range jumper had way too much arc on it. Looked like old Keldon there when he was putting just too much under it. And goes for three. Back to a 12-point game. No Star Trek stuff. 0. Who's Super Jumper Max? Who dat? McDermott hit the three, and then I went down from there. Phil, it feels like one of our worst shooting performances of the year. Been a while since we shot this well. Apparently, Isaiah Thomas had a thankful goodbye message for the Lakers after the... hard to believe he was a former All-Star. 2 years in a row, wasn't he an All-Star? Scored like 28 points per game, then I think injuries started setting in. Was it with the Celtics he did that? Mac McClung. I don't even know who that is. Mac McClung? I got nothing on that one. It'll be Spurs ball after the timeout. Dean. Can you guess my favorite Star Wars character? Obi-Wan Kenobi? Maybe? Lakers don't intend to resign it after his 10-day contract expired Sunday. I didn't realize he was on a 10-day. Well, Grand Theft Auto Online? Okay. Didn't realize that was a thing. Timeout. I did see Darth have a secret rendezvous with Spock. Talk about life's disappointments. My opinion, you got episode 4, 5, and 6, which were just one of the greatest trilogies in the history of film. For at least for me, as a fanboy. And then 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I thought 1 was I thought 2 was, oh boy. I did like the third Star Wars movie. Or episode 3, because the third Star Wars movie technically would be Return of the Jedi. But I did like episode 3. Was it Revenge of the Sith? I remember. And then, the new 3. When I thought it couldn't get any worse. I actually thought Part 7 was decent for what it was. Then I really didn't like Part 8. And then I hated Part 9. Part 9, I believe, was my least favorite out of all 9 Star Wars. The episodic series. And what I mean by that is not including Rogue Company or the Solo movie. Just, what a disappointment for me, at least as a fan. I felt like the new Star Wars movies were just made to kill my new characters and have a Mary Sue character, which is an overpowered, can do everything, which would be Rey. I just did not like her character. No fault of the actress. I was just like, I never felt her character. She never had a story. She beat the main spoilers, beat the main bad guy in the first movie. Like, where do you go from there? There's no character arc. You cannot do anything. I have nothing to root for. Back to the game. KBD's going to take a 3. Short. Because that's what we need. KBD launching 3s to get back in this game. Yes, Kalo, I agree. 8 and 9 were a joke. And the different directors and writers did not help. Just no direction with that franchise. Gobert's going to get fouled by Jakob and probably go to line for 2. Nah, I don't want to spoil in case anybody hasn't seen Ming Man, but the part 9 was awful. Gosh, just what a disappointment. We can come back, ladies and bacon. We can. 5, 6, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 26. Oh, there's the 4 movies for you? Those would be my favorite 4. 5, 6, 3, 4. Gobert's first free throw is good, and the Jazz are back up by unlucky 13 for our San Antonio Spurs. I liked Rogue One. You think the Spurs are tired, Wilson? They didn't play much last night. They play 5 games this week. I don't know why the NBA did that. I was like, 5 games? This isn't like last year where they were making up games. Terrible scheduling by the NBA. No team, my Spurs included, our Spurs, Jazz included, no team should have to play more than 4 games in a week. 5 games is just stupid. KBD in the paint misses the reverse layup, no good. So KBD trying to take over the game. That's not working out. And now a turnover. Bogdanovich loses his dribble, and it's picked off by Jacques Landale. And now a foul on Engels down the other end. I hope the Rockets win, J-Money. Yeah, you could be right, Kyle. I mean, it's weird because you look at how well executed and thought out the entire MCU was, from Iron Man to Avengers Endgame. There was a starting line and a finish line and a plan. And you look at 7, 8, 9 of Star Wars, and it's like, it looks like there was no plan. Keldon drives to the paint, throws up the left-handed layup, and it's good. Mandalorian was good too, Gordon Studios, you're right. DJ's out, health and safety protocol, the insane one. Angles for 3. I say she's, I didn't swear. Landale's been a little hot and cold. But yes, The Mandalorian was awesome. I did like the first 2 seasons. Not sure how I'm going to like the show if Grogu's not on the 3rd season. Actually, I probably won't watch it if he's not. Gonna miss Jakob Poeltl back in the game. He misses the putback, and just the shots are just not going in for the Spurs tonight. Conley into the paint. Gets all sorts of tied up with Jakob Poeltl. And another foul on Jakob Poeltl. That's his 5th, I think I just heard. Let's not talk about that that way, part-time Spurs fan. I don't want any divisive talk about the VAX. Just call it what it is. If you want to call it the JAV, that's fine. But let's not knock people that have taken it or not taken it. And quite frankly, let's not even bring it up. That's not the channel for it. Let's talk basketball. If you want to talk about why DeJounte's out, obviously he's out because of health and safety protocol, but we can, not the place for it. Yes, I believe in free speech, but this is a sports channel, not the medical channel. I haven't yet, Zachary. I haven't. Prudence, that's what I'm hearing. Pearl's got 4 fouls, so it feels like 5. Conley's first free throw is no good. The ball don't lie, my friends. The ball don't lie. Demisel checking in for San Antonio. Somebody needs to make a bucket for the Spurs. Apparently he's got 4, Bobby, but still. Just a really off night for a lot of the Spurs. We only have 48 points, and there's 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. How many points did we have in the first half last night? 78. Granted, it was against the Pistons. But still, we're just not making shots tonight at all. The three's not going in. The short shots aren't going in. McDermott drives the paint, throws up the high layup, and it's good. Spurs finally get to David Robinson's number. Yeesh. McDermott with 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting, so he's actually having an okay night. Pirtle's still in there, for better, for worse. I mean, Conley for 3. No good. Demisel will sky for the rebound. Spurs got a... Lost my train of thought. Never mind. Kellen's going to drive into the paint. Takes it at Gobert. Throws it up. No good. Just, I like the move. I like the shot. Just nothing's going in for us. It's one of those nights so far. Luckily, we're only down 14, and we're shooting terribly. against a good team. Conley into Gobert, and now another whistle in the paint. Ron Primo? I don't watch hockey at all, Andrew. I like live hockey once in a blue moon, but as far as professional like NHL, I watched it a little, and then when they had to strike back in whenever it was, 2000 or 99 or 2001, and then the NHL was on the Outdoor Network or some weird channel or the Fishing Network. I don't remember where it was. I lost interest and haven't watched NHL in 20 plus years. I also used to like the NHL games for the Genesis, NHL 93, NHL 95. Clarkson for three, no good. Don McDermott with the rebound. Can we get a run going? Seriously, kicking the offense, get something going. White gets it to McDermott going back door, and he gets laid. Don McDermott, to his credits, playing well tonight. But somebody else needs to score. And Royce O'Neal is down, and the Jazz are going to call a timeout. He's not back up. Royce O'Neal finally standing up very slow. And he is walking now, so that's good. That's true. Gobert is one of the best defenders in the NBA. Isn't he? Hasn't he won? Has he won more than one Defensive Player of the Year? Rudy Gobert. Although Rudy Gobert, for me, did he hit the junk? Yeah, Kyle, this Spider-Man's owned by Sony. Not going to happen. Fortunately, when I think of Rudy Gobert, he took a knee to the grapefruits. When I think of Rudy Gobert, I think of sports ending. Because Rudy had that ridiculous press conference where he was touching on the microphones and making fun of what was happening in the world, and then he came down with it, and then everything, it felt like it got shut down. It was just a spiral. You guys, if you remember the moment, I was actually live for the United States Women's National Team, the last game of, I believe, the She Believes Cup last March 2020, when the NBA just said, we're shutting down, and then everything just spiraled out of control after that. Is McDermott the first Spur in double digits? That is correct, J Money. We got the Heat next. Miami Heat, that's not going to be an easy game. At least we're not on a back-to-back for that. Rudy is a great stopper. He stopped the whole NBA. Those are facts, though, Raven. It's not all his fault, clearly. But it's just, that's the first moment in time for me, what's happening with the world in sports, when I associate Rudy Gobert with that. Yeah, that was very stupid. He's got 3 Defensive Player of the Years. Holy moly! I thought he only had 2. Yeah, the Kerm. I remember actually when I was calling that women's national team game, a lot of you were in the chat. I don't know how many of you particularly in the chat, but a lot of people were in the chat saying, you're checking like, this can't be real. This can't be really happening. The NBA's really not shutting down, are they? And that was, doesn't that seem long ago? That seems so long ago. The bubble was last year. That seems so much longer than that. The bubble was last year, and then the NBA started late for last season, but it seems so much longer than that. The bubble was last year. Wow. That's crazy. Gobert was drafted by the Spurs? What? That's the worry, Kyle. But the good thing is, they're saying it, although it's very contagious, it might not be as serious. So, we'll see. I hope they don't shut sports down again. I mean, it's a great outlet for many people, and great stress reliever. It's entertainment. Jakob Poeltl back out, and Jacques Lindell with a quick foul on Bogdanovic, as the Spurs big men cannot stay out of foul trouble tonight. It can't be 2 years and 15 days, Wilson, because we didn't get hit in the United, unless maybe where you are, but in the United States, all that started really in March of last year. It hasn't even been 2 years yet. Yeah, I'd say Spurs did not draft Rudy. I've never heard part-time Spurs fan. That's harsh. And one of that MVP. Bogdanovic's first free throws, no good. The ball don't lie. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. Lucas, what's up? Channel member, thank you for stopping in. They can shut the Giants down for the year if they want. I don't. Boy, they suck. Lucas, by the way, you're the first one to comment on the Bon Jovi cover I did on my music channel. Glad you got a laugh out of it. Jazz are in the bonus again. In the first quarter, they were in the bonus with 6 minutes to go. Now they're in the bonus in the third quarter with 6 minutes to go. Jacques Landale gets the ball from Doug in the paint, and a thunder dunk of Landale. And now foul down the other end. Bogdanovic throws up a crazy off-balance jumper. Of course it goes in, and one. Oh. Our shots ain't going in, and you get just a crazy off-balance, almost no chance to go in shot by Bogdanovic, and he gets net. It's that kind of night for us. Free throw's good. 14-point game. I sort of did a Bon Jovi cover. Wanted to on TSR Music. Y'all gotta subscribe to the channel. Derek White pulls up for three. Thank you, Derek. It was a ticky-tack foul, my friends, but that's what you got to be used to that in the NBA. It's the touch foul league. It's what I don't like about today's NBA the most. Besides all the constant three-point shooting and team jumping. And travel on the Jazz. That's a turnover. I'm going to put the link to TSR Music in the chat. That is my music channel, in case y'all didn't know. And uploading stuff from stuff that's current, stuff from my past. But I used to do some music covers wearing a guy with green hair called Doug and a really goofy voice. And anyway, there's TSR Music. White into the paint, throws it up, no good. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. 68-57, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Jazz up by 11. And Trent Forrest loses out of bounds, but it'll be off Lonnie Walker with a poke. I hope you're right, Prudence. Can Rudy get two? Gosh. Harsh part-time Spurs fan. I hope not, by the way. Jordan Clarkson drives into the paint. Gets double teamed. Throws it up. Off the rim, no good. And Lonnie Walker with the rebound will bring it up for San Antonio. Lonnie sprints up the court into the paint. And loses the ball out of bounds, but it was off one of the Utah Jazz. Whew. Oh, you just watched it, didn't you? What's up, Major Babe? Thank you for stopping in. Channel member, thank you for being a supporter as well. You just watched. Okay, you watched the video, obviously. McDermott baseline jumper off the inbound pass is no good. Wilson, I would love this win too. Plus, my best friend's a Jazz fan, so I want to hear it tomorrow. Just saying. Bogdanovic guarded by Devin Vassell way out on three-point land. 10 on the shot clock. Starts to drive. Crosses over into the paint. And goes for a dunk and blows it. He totally Russell Westbrook that one. And then Derek White gets fouled down the other end. Bogdanovic totally pulled off a perfect impression of Russell Westbrook versus the Nets a few nights ago. Wow. Right now, we could be down so much. Actually, that might have been partially blocked by Jacques Landale. But still. No, actually, he just blew it. I don't know. He's a Jazz fan. He's a Vikings fan. Landale in the paint. Passes it right to Jordan Clarkson. Landale's had quite a few turnovers tonight. Clarkson, spin around move up off the glass against Doug McDermott. Every time the Spurs like it, they're making a run, they just... McDermott for three. They turn the ball over or just miss an easy shot. Take the lead with 4 minutes left? My gosh, I hope so, but that's... Guys like to go into the fourth quarter down by 5 or less. And now another foul on the Spurs. Lonnie Walker on Hassan Whiteside. Raul, there is 3:59 as McDermott's coming out and KJ's coming in. I agree, Raven. I think he's not as, obviously he's no spring chicken, and I don't think he fits with what the Lakers are trying to do. I mean, they gave up a lot for Russell Westbrook, a lot. And so far it's been backfiring. Whiteside's first free throw, swish. Mr. Beluga, it does feel like we're down by a lot more, but the Spurs are only down by 11. We consider how poorly the Spurs have shot tonight, which means the Jazz must not be shooting very well either. They're only up by 12. Trey Jones is checked back in. That might not be a good thing. The Spurs were a huge minus with Trey Jones on the floor in the first half. Minus 17. Landale's going to take a quick three. Nope. Nope. Not tonight, Jacques Landale. Not tonight. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Utah Jazz. Clarkson with the ball, just going to launch a three. Boink, no good. Keldon with the rebound, and he'll bring it up for the Spurs. Keldon takes off, sprints into the paint. Goes past Rudy, throws up the layup, no good, no whistle. A fast break the other end for Rudy Gay, and he throws down the dunk. Rudy still has some ups, apparently. Devin Vassell the ball right now. You got Rudy Gay dunking on you. That's not good. Vassell pulls up for two. Can't go get it in. Ugh, just missing everything. We're just missing everything. Whoa, no F, Keldon. Hey, watch it. Somebody's got to try for this team. Oh, boy. Jordan Clarkson one-on-one with Jacques Landale. Actually lost it out of bounds. It was off Landale, so actually nice defense by Landale. Russ is owed over $90 million in the next 2 years. No, he's untradeable, the insane one. He's untradeable at this point. The Lakers are stuck with him for better or for worse. No Primo in there right now. It's Trey Jones, Keldon Johnson, Jacques Landale, Devin Vassell, and Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson, Rudy Gay, and Joe Ingles for the Jazz. And another foul on Jacques Landale. Good point, Kyle. Way too many fouls in this game. Gobert at the line. He's got 10 points and 9 boards. First free throw is good. And the Jazz back up 15, their biggest lead of the game. Grizzlies are beating the Suns. We play the Grizzlies soon, don't we? I think we play them on New Year's Eve. I'm not calling a New Year's Eve game. No way, Both free throws good. That's the biggest lead for the Jazz. I haven't seen anybody in the chat say the Spurs play better without DeJounte Murray. There was a lot of that the other night or last night. Trey Jones with the ball. Just kidding, guys. Trey Jones takes off into the paint. Out to Landale, baseline three. No good. Oh! Devin Vassell with a huge offensive thunder dunk of justice. Devin threw that down hard. Devin's got some ups, man. And he dunks hard a lot. Conley with the runner in the paint. No good. Gobert with the rebound. Put back. Good. Just can't stop Rudy Gobert, though. That's going to be on the ESPN highlight reel. And Trey Jones turns the ball over, trying to get it to Keldon. And the Spurs get the ball back as the Jazz send it right back to the Spurs. Keldon open for a baseline three. All right, let's get something going at the end of the third quarter. I agree, Carlos. I agree. It's okay to be wrong, part-time Spurs fan. A lot of us, I'm wrong a lot. But it wasn't you. There was a lot of people last night saying, look how good the Spurs are without DeJounte Murray. And I was like, we're playing the Pistons last night. This is obviously not the Pistons. Joe Ingles tosses it out to Jordan Clarkson. He just launches a quick three. Back rim no good with the shot clock evaporating. 1:20 to go. Trey Jones pick and roll with Jacques Landale. Now Trey Jones guarded by Rudy Gobert. He's going to try to blow around the three-time defensive player of the year. Yes, he is. Gets into the paint. Back out to Devin Vassell. Vassell fakes the three. He takes off into the paint. Pull up from the free throw line is good. And one. All right. I hope that dunk fires up the team. I mean, yes, we need to play a little better everywhere. But yeah, great dunk by Devin Vassell. Flew through the Jazz defense by Rudy Gobert and threw it down between Gobert and Rudy Gay. Oh, no bucket. There was a foul before the shot. Jones to Jacques Landale. Landale over to an open Keldon Johnson for three. No good. 13-point game. Spurs just offensively not doing well tonight. Clarkson looked like he traveled in the paint, took a lot of steps and gets the shot, and then he punches the floor. 80-65. Clarkson upset about something. Lonnie's wide open for three down the other end as Clarkson was complaining to the refs, and he hits it. Clarkson made the shot, but just was furious and hit the floor. I don't know what that was all about. Is he up down? He's standing on the other end? Probably he's looking at his wrist now and his hand. Yeah, when you punch the hardwood, probably not the smartest thing to do, young man. The floor is harder than your hand. Conley into the paint, gets by the entire Spurs defense and eats up Trey Jones for breakfast. Spurs will hope for the last shot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lonnie, 4, 3. Lonnie takes off into the paint, gets a Jock down. Landale with a thunder dunk of justice. 82-70. All right, let's get some momentum in the fourth quarter. And Clarkson won't get the shot off before the buzzer, and we're down by 12, but maybe a little momentum going into the fourth quarter. It's time to make a run. Wow. Well, Clarkson's the Filipino like me, so I'm not surprised. Or is that a thing to do? Punch the floor? All right, you know what? We're coming from a back-to-back, but our main guys shouldn't be too tired. They didn't play a lot of minutes last night. Yes, Ace, the game is not over. The spread is 7, Joshua. They can cover, but the heck with covering the spread. I want the team to win. To the heck with the spread. Let's get a win. Bobby, Jordan Clarkson made the shot. I think he wanted to get he wanted the foul and didn't get it, and then it looked like he punched the floor, which is not a good idea. Basketball player, hand, very important to your job. Yes, and the game is still very much, possible to win. You just need to start making your shots. Fair rating. Kyle, I would say a lot of people expected them to be probably 34 games in. Probably top 3 in the Western Conference. They've been hit by injuries. Anthony Davis is fragile. He just is. He's hurt every year. It's always something with Anthony Davis. And you're asking a 35-plus-year-old player to carry the team every night, and while he can do so offensively, he's not going to be able to do so defensively. You've got no chemistry with Russell Westbrook, who's been very hot and cold, and you have no depth on your bench, and you've got a bunch of dinosaurs out there too. Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony are all much closer to 40 than 30. Their best days are behind them. Can they contribute? Yes, but you're asking a lot from guys that are far past their prime. Spurs should go. I wouldn't mind Jordan Clarkson on the Spurs. Not happening. He's won the sixth man of the year before, hasn't he, Carlos? I think he has. That fan of the game is so cute. I didn't see him yet, Bobby. I'm watching a Giannis commercial right now. I'm surprised Overhyped Midget. Interesting name. He did not get a technical on that. He's still looking at his arm and holding it. Is Jordan Clarkson right-handed? I'm watching showing the replay now. He gets hit by Jacques Landale, falls down, and then slammed his fist and forearm on the hardwood. So he wanted the foul against Jacques Landale and didn't get it. There was contact. I mean, it probably would be a foul 9 times out of 10. Didn't get the whistle, and then as an athlete, do the one thing you really shouldn't, is punch something hard with your moneymaker. And they're showing the end of the third quarter. He's actually holding his elbow in his forearm, so he might have hurt himself. Who will win? Alex, the team that scores the most points at the end of the game, I guarantee will win. Kyle, I would agree with that, but there's a big difference. Tom Brady doesn't have to play defense. And Tom Brady's got a lot of, well, he did. They're all hurt now, but he had a lot of young talent around him, whereas LeBron's playing with a bunch of old guys. Karma's a B. Yeah, that's why when I get mad now, I try not to punch anything because I'm like, 1, I type at my job, so I need my hands, but 2, I'm a guitar player too. I don't want to, bust up my hand and not be able to play for a month or 2. Fucking Australian brawl. Especially I want to get working on a new song. Hopefully this weekend. I didn't really feel up to it. And you got to feel it when you're in the studio. You just can't go in there and force it. It's Jazz ball. Well, I guess his wrist is okay. Clarkson hits the three to give me the big middle finger. LeBron gets hit more than Tom Brady? You might be right. Punch the pillows, right? Dang it. Keldon, a little jumper in the paint is good. But we cannot be exchanging buckets with this team. We need a run. I want to, see an exciting finish at least. Even if we lose, lose only by a couple. Gobert's open for three. Decided not to take it. Joe Ingles will take the three. And he's off on that one. Keldon with the ball. Keldon will sprint up the court. Gets it to Lonnie. Lonnie has a corner three. He'll take the three. He'll miss the three. Stretch choice. Yep. We are missing DJ Rollo, but they're missing Donovan Mitchell. So, it's half a dozen in one and 6 in the other. We're both missing our best player. Gobert kicks it out. A wide open Rudy Gay. And that's a Gay three. Every time we push, they push back. McDermott just launches a three. Falls down. No whistle. Jazz ball. Weird, the Spurs blew out the last 3 teams that they played. Conley for 3, no good. And on the verge of maybe getting blown out. Lonnie Walker sprints up the court. Does like a little high stepping in there as he was coming up. Gets it to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob may have been partially blocked by Rudy Gobert, and it's no good. The buckets just aren't going down for us. Clarkson one-on-one with Lonnie Walker. Pick and roll with Rudy Gobert. Clarkson off into the paint. The jumper is an air ball. And then Gobert steps out of bounds. He got the air ball. Well, come on, San Antonio. You still got plenty of time. I got some channel members and channel subscribers at this game. Don't disappoint me and them. And that's another miss down on the San Antonio, and I think that was McDermott with the runner. No good. Conley will get it to Rudy. Rudy gets fouled. What's Anthony Davis's favorite food that's most like him? Peanut brittle, because he can't. Oh. Jay-Z, Cameron, what's going on, man? Tough game so far. It's funny, I was just looking to see how many people we have watching. We actually had more people, significantly more in the first half than the second half. I think a lot of Spurs fans did check out for the game. I appreciate those of you that are here, but that's unfortunately that. I know they're down by 16, I get it. But you can tell the difference on my channel. When the Spurs are winning, the crowd's up. When the Spurs are losing, the crowd is way down. Rudy at the line makes the first free throw. That's now the biggest lead of the night for the Utah Jazz. Andrew, what's happening? They're not making any shots. Defensively, we haven't been too bad. But offensively, just nobody's really... The offense is not clicking tonight. And now it's an 18-point game. David, of course you're here, and many of you are, and those of you that are, go Spurs go! Stick with our team. No tank in here. Derek White drives into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. There you go. Spurs are losing, but go Spurs go. That's what I like to see. You support your team, win or lose. Look at me, I'm a New York Giants fan. And even though I don't do a lot of content on the channel, I'm still watching them every week. It's painful. They're so not fun to watch. They are so bad to watch. Angles drives to the paint, throws up a layup, and it's good. Like, their offense is one of the worst offenses I've ever seen from the New York Giants football franchise. White just going to pull up for 3. All right, we need some stops, though. Mike Conley, fair player. Let's go, Jazz. All right, Spencer, Jazz fan, thank you for being here. Rudy Gay will whip it out to back to Gobert in the paint. Gobert turnaround jumper, no good. Clarkson with the offensive board put back. Daniel Jones overhated. He hasn't played good though, Jay-Z. I don't hate him, but he hasn't shown me anything this year or last year, and he's becoming injury prone. Derek White's going to get fouled. I know a point guard that averages 18 points. If only we had him tonight. Well, Kohler, it made sense. You got like 12 favorite players. Rudy wanted to go to a contender. The Jazz are in a better position to contend than the Spurs are. Aren't the Jazz third or fourth best team in the Western Conference? Hassan Whiteside will check in for the Utah Jazz. Mexican 1,500 pesos or wait, what? Derek White into Jakob Pertl in the paint. Jakob with the turnaround hook shot, no good. Jakob not having a night he'll want to remember. Not one of his best nights. 8:25 to go. Clarkson guarded by Devin Vassell. Devin's had a few big shots this game. Joe Ingles now the ball drives baseline, runs right back out of the paint, back out to Jordan Clarkson. 8 on the shot clock. Clarkson will drive on Devin Vassell. Clarkson throws it up, and it is no good. Spurs finally come down with the rebound. White will bring it up over to McDermott. Open for 3. In and out. And in! Timeout, Jazz. It's like Rudy was never even here. Jazz are the 3. Romdrake, 81. I can't really argue that point. If you ask me to name 3 good things about the Giants season, our rookie, OZ, I can't say his name, has had a good rookie season. Offensively, if you ask me to name 3 good things I've seen from the offense this year, we're at a timeout. Daniel Jones hasn't looked good at times, injured again. Saquon Barkley looks nothing like the player that he was in his rookie season. Kenny Galladay looking like a bust signing. Sterling Shepard out for the year. Evan Engram. Darius Slayton. Kadarius Toney had 1 massive game, 10 games for 189 catches. The rest of the year, the whole Giants. Fromm was actually, Jake Fromm was terrible. He was like 6 of 19 for 25 yards and an interception. He was beyond bad. Anakin, my allegiance is Republican. Nice. I was like, wait, what? Jazz with 27 free throws tonight, and the Spurs just 9. Well, you're not going to win that way. Can you show the game? Mostly asking because I just got it. Okay, Mr. Beluga, I'll show the game just for you. The game! Anki Wan Kenobi with the how about? Hey, Cowboys fans. I know you're not New York Giants fans, but you probably would enjoy content making fun of the New York Giants. Well, that's all the content on this channel now. Since I want to have fun, and the Giants are so bad, they're just not fun to talk about. All my Giants content is trolling the content. The Joe Judge video I just put up is actually me doing the voices of or voice of Joe Judge in a fake interview. It's only a minute and a half. If you haven't watched it, give it a shot. A lot of people are saying it's funny, which is a good thing. You're welcome. Cameron, 8 minutes, I think. We're in a commercial break. I used to be a Jets fan, but I haven't watched the game for over a decade. Dude, I don't blame you, Wilson. They're just as bad as the Spurs. Spurs in overtime? Biggest step up? I hope so. Anki Wan Kenobi's watched the new Joe Judge video. Thank you. I had a blast making it. It's corny as all heck, but it's fun. Yeah, I mean, last night was an anomaly. Beating the Pistons. The Pistons had nobody. We played so well against the Lakers and the Clippers and beat the Jazz before. You know what the difference was in all 3 games? We had DeJounte Murray. I said it. Andrew, you watch it too? All right, thank you. To anybody that's watched the Giants content, thank you, because I definitely could use support. It's new content on the channel, so I'm buried in the New York Giants algorithm. But I think I'm making stuff that's just fun for anybody, Giants fans or NFL fans in general. Or if you're not even an NFL fan, you might laugh at what I'm doing to my New York Giants. Trent Forrest with the ball, drives on Devin Vassell, gets to the post, throws it up high off the glass, no good. A fight for the board, and the Spurs will come away with it. 7:40 left, so I was right, about 8 minutes. Derek White over to an open Devin Vassell for 3. All right, it's back to 11. Come on. Come on. Let's show all the Spurs fans that gave up on them at the half that we got something special here in San Antonio. Engels wide open for 3. Can't keep leaving him open. Didn't he crush us last year for like 30-something? Just, don't leave three-point shooters that open. Vassell gets it to Doug for 3. Doug, no good. All right, Andrew, have a good night. Me, Lucas Samanich. Get rid of Landale. What? Carlos. Clarkson gets hammered by Vassell, throws it up. It's in and 1. That just killed our little run real quick. That's true, Gabriel. This is one of those nights. I mean, we can't win them all. That's a hard foul by Devin. Just a really good play by Jordan Clarkson, who got shoved hard by one of his teammates. That's how you hurt your teammates. Clarkson with 20 points and 8 rebounds. He gets us every time he plays us. That's why when people are like, Donovan Mitchell's out, I'm like, Jordan Clarkson's still going to hit us for at least 20. Nah, no Primo. Not yet. Might see him around the 5-minute mark if Pop decides to throw in the towel at that point. Jakob with the ball right now, drops it out to Lonnie, pick and roll. Lonnie stops, he pops, and he makes it. We just can't keep exchanging buckets and keeping it between 12 and 16. True fat cat, true story. Jordan Clarkson turns the ball over, Spurs ball, all right. And then Derek White's immediately fouled by Royce O'Neal. Okay, cut time. What? 6:18 left, we are running out of time. Jay-Z, they need a run now. Like now. Like, not then, now. We're getting close to 200 thumbs up, though. Can we get to 200 before the night's over? That'd be pretty cool. But appreciate it. DeMar Spurs or Kawhi Spurs? I mean, if you're asking which era was better, Carlos, the DeMar DeRozan-led Spurs made the playoffs 1 out of 3 years and had 2 losing seasons. When Kawhi Leonard was on the Spurs, they won an NBA championship. Down to sell, quick 3. In and out burger. The shots are not going. It was a nice looking shot. Just everything, jeez. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of folks don't like Kawhi Spurs, but come on. And a carry by Trent Forrest. You don't hear that often. Forrest with a carry. A rare carry call. Carry. Derek drops it off to Lonnie, pulls up, and air ball. A short jumper air ball. That kind of night, Spurs fans. That kind of night. Bogdanovich with the ball right now. Pick and roll with Hassan Whiteside. He drives to the post, throws up the high layup, and he's been getting that all night. 5 minutes to go. That might be the dagger, Spurs fans, but I'll be here to the end. Pop might be entering the bench shortly. I probably would at this point. Jakob Poeltl, little jumper, is good in the paint. Kyle the Raptor. Yes, you're probably right. Yeah, Kyle, that's true. Under 5 minutes to go, and just, some nights you got it, some you don't, and the Spurs just offensively don't have it tonight. Whiteside, a lot of contact with Jakob Poeltl, throws it up over him, it's good. Yeah. Someone drugged our Gatorade, right? And I see the bench emptying out for the Spurs. I see Josh Primo, Drew Eubanks, Pop is waving the towel. Derek White for 3. Oh, that's good. White looks up at the scoreboard, just like, Just running out of time. 4:20 to go. Just not enough time. It's Rudy Gobert's going to check back in. Jordan Clarkson with the ball now for the Jazz. Out in three-point land, guarded by Derek. Calling for a pick and roll. Hassan will deliver the roll. And Clarkson throws it away. What's the 4? 4 who? Remember Bobby called it way before him because his team didn't have an injured flat. It's sad, but it's okay. Yeah, Bobby, I don't like thinking like that, though. I mean, I'd like to think the team could find a way to turn it around in the second half, but yeah, the team has been flat all night. It sucks. I was hoping that they would shake it off. There's been moments. I see Joe Wieskamp, Josh Primo, Drew Eubanks, I think Trey Jones waiting to check in. Derek for another 3. That one's no good. Jakob Poeltl can't get the offensive rebound, and that's probably... Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Not the game we were looking for. The Jazz are the 3rd best team in the Western Conference, and a travel by Bogdanovich. Draymond Green's now in it. Everybody's going to be there at some point. I don't understand what Wilson's doing. He's counting up. See, I think he just did 3, 4, 5. I don't get it. Pop has not emptied the bench yet. He's still waiting to see if we can make one more run. And I don't blame him. White drives into the paint, throws it up. No good. Jakob Poeltl with the putback. 3.5 minutes to go. Can we? Can we? Austin 3:16 left. Donovan Mitchell is out, Jay-Z. Donovan Mitchell and DeJounte Murray out. Bogdanovich for 3, no good. All right, Devin Vassell brings up the court for the Spurs, gets it to Derek White. White takes a quick 3, and it's in and out. It went in, went around the rim, and came out. That kind of night for the Spurs. That would have cut it to 9. Dang it. Come on. Stupid, mean rim jobs. Now Rudy Gobert gets pushed in the back. That's a foul on the Spurs. Timeout. Man, that 3 went in. We're right back in it. Right? Come on, man. Me too, son of Scar. Me as well. Mean rim is right. How dare that rim not let our shot go in? Well, Spurs are still trying. At least they're not giving up, but just the shots aren't going in. They aren't. I was wrong. We need 15 stops, Wilson. Oh, is that what you were doing, Wilson? Steven, yes. Go Spurs, go no matter what. Could be a tough loss on Star Wars night in San Antonio. Riding a 3-game winning streak. 3 blowout wins in a row. It has to come to an end at some point. Was hoping it would not be this early. Hopefully we can bounce back against the Heat and still, win the rest of the week. And this game's not over yet. I heard the rumors. Giannis, Drew, and Middleton to the Spurs for whole team except DeJounte. We're not going to have enough players, Carlos. Who's going to be on the roster? You and me? Kid Cock, Prima, John Wieskamp, and Jacques will come in. You think Drew and Jacques? Nothing is over! You just don't turn it off! Rambo reference. If that's true, Fat Cat. That's a good point. Everyone, same to you, Bobby. Be safe. If you're lucky, kiss. Yes, I will definitely not be here New Year's Eve, but I'll be here Wednesday for the Spurs versus the Heat. But the New Year's Eve game, I'm definitely not calling. Should be busy, hopefully busy. I'm sure a lot of folks will be busy and just they won't be watching the Spurs on New Year's Eve. Welcome back, Asia. The rim has a job, and it's to let the ball in, and it's not doing its job. Right, Kohler Jester? Just all these In-N-Out burgers are going to make me throw up from indigestion. Just, it's too many. Too many In-N-Out burgers for our Spurs. We're at 190 thumbs up. Can we get to 200? 200 would be cool for this sad Spurs fan. Hey, Coyote's wearing the Darth Vader gear tonight. Awesome. Looking good, Coyote.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Interesting, I can angle this and talk into it.
Luke, help me take this mask off so I can look at you with my own eyes. I am your father.
Alright, anyway. My holiday was okay. I mean, it's tough spending Christmas alone sometimes, but it is what it is. One of my family's in Virginia, and the family I've left up here just, it is what it is. It is Jazz Ball. There is 2:41 left in the game. Mike Conley. They go around the world to Rudy Gobert, and he throws down the dagger dunk. With 2.5 minutes to go, that's probably going to do us in right there. What an empathetic way. And now the bench is clearing again for the Spurs. As Derek White gets a rebound down the other end. We need stops, though. That's Star Wars Road Company, Carlos. Conley with the ball again. Starts to drive into the paint. Pass across court to Bogdanovich. And he misses the 3. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. Gets it out to Doug McDermott. McDermott Out to Lonnie. 2 minutes to go. Lonnie with the pick and roll. Drives into the paint. Pull-up jumper is blocked by Rudy Gobert. You can't do that, Rudy Gobert. Now, fast break dunk for Bogdanovich, and that's the dagger. Minute 50 to go. Dagger officially, Spurs fans. I'll be here till the end. Oh, thank you, Asia. Dang, Fat Cat, you saw it. I mean, I was born in 77, so I definitely did not get to see it when it came out. Is it Jesse? Okay. Oh, man, those are our youngsters screwing up, and that was all. Yeah, welcome, Aofa. We're going to have nights like this. You know, my mama told me to be days like this. At least I got to hang out with Darth Vader tonight. It's actually Michelle Beadle dressed up as Darth Vader. Yep, J Money, we're emptying the bench. Yes, we were, Brian Jacobs, we were. Got Miami Wednesday night. I'll be live for that 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So, you know, you like a little humor with your sports. I take the Spurs very seriously, but I do inject a little bit of humor here and there in the live streams and on my regular videos. We got some K-Cock, by the way. Asia, K-Cock for you. Devontae K-Cock. I know he's your favorite player. I also troll the New York Giants. Really troll the New York Giants now because I don't know what else to do with content from them. And I love the team and I want to do something on them. So I was like, I got to have fun with them. I see Josh Primo, Joe Mama, K-Cock, Drew Eubanks, and Trey Jones. So the Spurs G League special is in there right now. 10 minutes too late, you think so? Can you imagine if the G League roster, because 3 of our guys are G League players, gets this lead to like 5? Not likely. But who knows? Trey Jones into the paint. Throws up the layup and it's good. With his on hand. Goes left, but right-handed layup. That's true singularity. Asia, it's up in the air if Becky's leaving. Sounds like she might. But I'm not going to do a video saying Becky's gone until she's actually gone. But it definitely looks like she might be. Joe Ingles out in three-point land, 4 on the shot clock, pick and roll. Takes the 3. Front rim, no good. Drew Eubanks with the rebound, minute 20 to go. K-Cock in the paint. K-Cock with the jumper, a little off the glass. 10-point game. The G League trying to get us. Yes, K-Cock. Give me the K-Cock. Who doesn't love K-Cock? Joe Ingles turns the ball over. Spurs looking to run. Joe Mama with the ball. Joe Mama with the left-handed layup, and the Spurs are down by 8 with 54 seconds to go. Timeout, Jazz. The G League roster's on a 6-0 run. No, we don't want Ben Simmons. We don't. Some do. I mean, it would help the popularity of my channel. Let's be transparent. I enjoy doing this because I love the Spurs, but I also want my channel to grow, and a superstar or an all-star like Ben Simmons would grow the channel. But you know what? Even though that would help my channel, I don't want Ben Simmons. Commando Ninja, a little bit. Junley, there's 54 seconds left, and the G League team had one more bucket to cover the spread. It is still a winnable game. We got to 200 thumbs up. Thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it. Could be right, Carlos. That emoji face is how I feel a lot. Jeez. I feel like you're making faces with me under there. Never wear that thing down with me in the room. The Renee wasn't actually all the Utah Jazz reserves. It's some of their starters. Royce O'Neal, Gobert, Jordan Clarkson, Trent Forrest, and Joe Ingles. That's not all reserves. Our reserves are reserves. I'm good. Jordan Clarkson with the ball guarded by Primo. Gets doubled up by Drew Eubanks. Little half-court trap didn't work. Forrest with the ball now. Trey Jones playing some tenacious defense. Another double team. Spurs are scrambling all over the place. Engels with the ball on three-point line, takes off against Joe Mama, gets stripped. And Spurs ball. Primo to Kaycock. Kaycock in the paint. Little jump hook is good, and the G League team is on an 8-0 run. It's only 17 seconds left, and they're going to foul Jordan Clarkson. Thank you, Carlos. The first team should play bad teams, and the G League team should play really good teams. Gordon Studios. DeJounte's too good for us straight for him since I would like a solid big, though. Yeah, now we're scrambling on defense, probably because they have the energy. Clarkson gets hammered by Drew Eubanks. The Sixers are going to want more than DeJounte Murray for Ben Simmons. They're going to probably want 2 first-round picks, and that's not happening. No way, not today, not tomorrow. I can't stop laughing. Go G League. Well, the G League's doing good. Clarkson's at the line, but the G League won an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half there. Do I like thick-ankled, sturdy woman? I don't even know what that means. Thick-ankled, sturdy woman? Does that mean like a big-boned lady? I'm trying to be nice. Clarkson hits both. So, I mean, that's the game with 11.3 seconds left. But you know what? Good job with our reserves, doing well. Kaycock with a jumper, no good. And Drew Eubanks with the offensive board. The putback, no good. Another putback by Kaycock. Kaycock with the last basket of the game. And the Spurs actually make it respectable and only lose by 6. It's a big old woman. You know what? At least we had a strong finish. Not strong enough. I generally, for those wondering my female type before I pull up the stats, I consider myself fairly athletic. I'm 44, can still dunk, so I generally gravitate towards athletic women. And there's not a lot of them in Connecticut, apparently. So I'm having a hard time meeting the ladies. All right. So thank you guys for being here. Let's get into the end of the game stats. Bogdanovich with 19, O'Neal with 3, Gobert with 16 and 13 rebounds, so a double-double plus 3 block shots. Engels with 17, Conley with 12. Clarkson killed us again with 23, 8, and 5. Forrest with 0. Whiteside with 13. Gay 7. Eric Pascal played with 0, and Elijah Hughes with 0. They came in at the very end of the game, I guess. I don't remember them being out there. Yes, Barkley is. The spread was 6.5. They covered the spread. Okay. Show some pics. I'm not going to show pics of my ex-girlfriends. That's just weird. KJ had a bit of a rough game, 13 and 7, but he was 5 of 13 from the field. McDermott with 17, Jakob with 10, 13, and 5. He also had 5 personal fouls. Actually did okay in 27 minutes. KBD with only 2. Looks like the KBD train's kind of over, huh? He's heading back the other way. Derek White with 21, 2, and 8. Derek actually ended up having a decent game. Plus 3 steals. Go Derek. Off the bench, we needed a little more tonight. Lonnie with 11, Devin with 13, Trey with 2. Jacques Landale had his worst game as a Spur, 7 points, but he was only 3 of 8 from the field. Bryn gave us a donut in 6 minutes. Primo, a donut. Drew, a donut. Joe Mama with 2. And how about Kaycock leading the charge? Kaycock with 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting, plus a steal and an offensive rebound. Devontae Kaycock. Joe Wieskamp, Drew Eubanks, all plus 8 at the end of that game. Josh Primo, plus 13. The G Leaguers representing tonight. Final score, 110 to 104. 110 to 104. We tried, and we came up a little short. But you know what? I'll be back live for the Spurs versus the Heat Wednesday. The Spurs have 5 games this week. That's just ridiculous. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to wrap it up. Until next time. What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!